Hey guys, this is Danielle Harris, and you're listening to the Horror Squad podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast. This is episode number 406, where tonight we are celebrating Halloween. Yes, it is our annual Halloween spooktacular episode, and it just so happens to fall on the holiday this year. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, the veil has been lifted. The dead are currently walking amongst us out there. Are they in your house? Are they behind you right now? In your car? Wherever you're listening? They very well may be, so take a look behind you and give them a little hello. And, maybe you'll hear something back. I'm here, of course, as always, with Steve and Todd once again, sounding slightly different again this week, but more on that in a little bit. Steve, we had a movie club just go by, correct?
We did, yeah. We had a ton of fun. We watched two movies. We watched Ernest Scared Stupid, and we watched Halloween Party, and they were both a ton of fun to watch with everyone. Ernest Scared Stupid, just a really fun movie, perfect for the Halloween season. And Halloween Party was a good concept, but there was no Halloween party in the movie. So, like, what the fuck? That's the title of your movie. So that was disappointing, but always a lot of fun. And thank you to everyone who joined. We had a blast. We actually talked quite a bit after the movies, which is surprising because usually I'm like almost passed out by that point. But we had great conversation. Some people dressed up, which was really cool. And the theme for November is going to be half Thanksgiving and half food related. So we're going to have two votes going on in November. And also, it's going to be again a week early than usual because the last Friday of the month is the day after Thanksgiving. So I don't think anyone would show up. So we'll do it the 22nd, I think. So the Friday before. So it should be fun. Join our Discord and join us.
Wait,
Excellent.
Steve, so what were the costumes that people dressed up as?
Two people dressed up as cats.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. So shout out to
I wonder if I can.
and yeah, and
And who
Brenda.
else? That's who I was gonna guess.
Yeah. And
I was
her
gonna guess
cute,
Creature and Bren.
yeah, and your cute baby was there too. So shout
Aw,
out.
how sweet.
Well, they're the real ones for dressing up. Shut up.
Mhm.
And Todd, aka Sam, we'll just say it at this point, right? The
Yeah.
joke, I think, is dead. Sam, welcome back to the show. Halloween
Sorry,
happy.
it's me again, guys, not someone else.
No, come
People
on.
were so excited when they
Yes.
found out that you were on the last episode. Like so many messages, and yeah, people love
How
you, Sam.
sweet. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the support. Appreciate that.
Well, we knew there was no better episode to have you back on than Halloween. So thank you for joining us this week to talk about, of course, your boyfriend, Michael Myers, and your other boyfriend, Rob Zombie,
Mhm.
with
My man.
31, of course, which I don't even think I said at the beginning of the episode. That we're reviewing those two movies tonight for our Halloween Spooktacular. But Sam, you were a very busy girl this entire month, but very busy the last two weekends doing the Salem Night Fair. So can you tell us a little bit about, about that event?
I suppose so briefly. Did the Salem Night Fair 2 weekends in a row. It's a great night spooky market ran by Matt and Ryan from Black Veil. If you guys ever have an opportunity to go, I highly, highly recommend it. They were actually the first people that gave me an opportunity of ever vending. And so it's crazy to because it's just such a highly anticipated market that it's very, very hard to get in. And all the vendors there should honestly have their own physical shops. They're just so talented. It's just so they're so good. But yeah, so 2 weekends of that. I saw a lot of Halloween Happy supporters, met some new people, saw some old friends, and I actually met so there's a lot of celebrities that come to Salem, and I don't ever really care too much about them, but during the night market, I was behind my table and this woman walks in with her husband and kids, and I just immediately recognized her and I gasped, and Joe's just looking at me and I'm like, oh my God, I know who that is. And I was like, hi, because I didn't know if I should say anything, but Her name is Shanae Grimes. A lot of you guys may know her from Degrassi. She played Darcy, and she was also in Scream 4. She got killed by Ghostface, and she was also in the remake of 90210 a long time ago. But yeah, it was so crazy because I literally watch her stuff on Facebook, like her content, because she's like a influencer now. I don't know if she acts anymore, but she has like a clothing company that she runs with her husband too. And so I didn't know if I should say anything because I didn't want to be an asshole because she was with her kids. And I was just like, hey, I just wanted to say like I'm a fan of yours. And she was like, oh, really cool, blah, blah, blah. Then I started talking to her kids, and then they were asking us about living in Salem. And then I got my picture taken with her, and she bought some of my stuff. So, yeah, that was like a very cool, exciting thing. And of course, Joe didn't care until he realized she was in Scream.
I mean, I didn't recognize her. I still don't even know what character she was in Scream 4. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I saw that she was killed when I looked her up by Ghostface. I was like, so that's iconic right there, being killed by a Ghostface in a Scream movie. That's a claim to fame right there. So that's really, really cool. And yeah, if you can ever get out to the night fair, it's just an amazing, amazing event. Steve, you'll have to come one year, maybe when the
Oh
Hocus
my
Pocus
gosh,
stuff
you guys would
dies
love it.
down. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, you and Carly
we'll
would
do an
love it.
exchange. I'll go to Salem for the night fair, and I'll
There
bring
you go.
Sam to the Degrassi school when she comes up to Canada. So she
Nice.
can.
Yes, I would love that. I know. I was like, I was gonna message you, Steve, and be like, I guess I don't need to come to Canada since I met a Degrassi actor now.
No, no. Now it's more reason to come to Canada so you can
I
see
know.
where it all took place.
Yeah.
Excellent. Also, before we head into the show, I gotta mention tomorrow, massive release over on our T Public merch page. We are unveiling a brand new Christmas themed design on November 1st. If you are a member of our Discord, though, we posted it today on Halloween as a special treat for our listeners. So go and check it out. Go become a member of our Discord, and you can get the early access. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till tomorrow for our very special design. It's the first time in 3 years, 3 years, since we've unveiled a new design. The Hocus Pocus design, of course, was our last one. This one is one that we have been talking about doing for a very long time. And we finally pulled the trigger and did it. And big shout out, of course, to Corey over on the Discord and our fellow listener, not fellow, one of our listeners. Well, I listen sometimes still to this day.
Do you?
But not really.
Like I have to for editing, but like
Yeah. But our listener and fellow Discord member Corey designed it for us, and he knocked it out of the park. The design is amazing. I cannot wait for all of you guys to see it. It's definitely one of the favorite designs we've ever done. It's something I am going to wear every single December, November, December, to prepare for a spooky Christmas season. But yeah, ladies, gentlemen, anything else?
One last
we get
thing that I would like to
Okay.
ask to both of you,
Yes.
because it is the holiday. What are you guys up to on Halloween day/night?
The holiday,
It
Steve.
is
The
the
holiday
The
of,
only holiday.
of all holidays. I mean, we'll
Take it, tell
probably
it.
do whatever Joe wants to do. So,
Wow. No, I think we have plans to go to breakfast at the Black Cat Diner is our plan for that, which we usually go to Reds every year, but we've been kind of leaning towards Black Cat. We've been favoring it a little more recently. So, and it's a little less crazy than Reds. So we're going to hit up Black Cat Diner for our Halloween breakfast. And then I'm going to be in a wedding, a spooky themed wedding as Art the Clown with Bora. So I was hired out to do that. So I will be walking the groom down the aisle for this wedding. It will be taking place behind Rope's Mansion, of course, Allison's house from Hocus Pocus. And Bora will be officiating the wedding, and I will also be the ring bearer. So I'll have like two severed fingers, and I will be presenting the rings to Bora, I believe, for the wedding. So that's going to be a quick 15-30 minute thing around noon, I think. And then I don't know, Sam, what's the rest of the day? What's the plans for the rest of the day? We really don't have a exact plan.
Yeah, I'm not sure. My friend Michelle, she might come to Salem, so we might meet up with her and her husband, but we'll probably walk a little bit around downtown, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like staying home. Like that's just, I don't know. I feel like we've run around for everyone else during October that I kind of just want to like hang out with my dog and watch some horror movies.
Yes. Well, I may have found something we can watch on Halloween night, but stick around for horror news, ladies and gentlemen, because you can all watch it on Halloween night, and it's pretty cool. But Steve, what are you doing, buddy? What's going on for Halloween? Passing out the candy? You guys get a lot of trick or treaters in your neighborhood?
So I just moved last year to this house, so we didn't really do anything last year because we had just moved when everything was happening. So this is the first year that we're really doing it up. So we'll see what this neighborhood has got in terms of people. I have been stopped a few times by neighbors saying how excited they are that my house is like uber decorated. Right now, I just have it lit up, and people are like, "It's amazing! I love it." I have these like perma lights on my house where I can change them out all year round. And they added this cool feature this year with shadows that makes it look like things can like move on my house. Like right now, I have bats, and it's I don't even know how they do it. It's just weird. It looks like there's bats flying across my house back and forth. I could have ghosts like chasing
That's
each
so
other.
cool.
It's super weird, but yeah, I love these lights, and I got a bunch of stuff as well. Unfortunately, it seems that we are at 100% rain for Friday, which really sucks because who knows what's going to happen. I won't be able to put out any of my animatronics outside, so I'll probably do a garage display just to have something for the kids who do come to trick or treat, and I'll pass the stuff around, and then after we'll watch some horror movies and eat, some candy and stuff like that. So that's the plan, I think.
Nice. What's on your to watch list on Halloween night?
So usually it's Halloween, but I just
Yeah.
watched it for this podcast. So I think we're gonna watch Hubie Halloween, and then we might watch, and I don't know if this is what you were referring to, Joe, but Hell House LLC, like the newest one, is coming out on Shudder like at some point this week.
Oh, I
So
didn't know there was a new one.
yeah, so I think we're gonna check that one out. And if not that, there's also a Witchboard that came out pretty recently, and there's a few others. So yeah, we'll pick one of those. But Hubie, I think, is gonna be the one that I love Hubie Halloween. It's just so cool.
I do too. It kind of makes me sad and a little disappointed that people don't ever think to talk about it enough when they come to Salem.
Mhm.
Like, I get that it's hocus pocus, but I'm like, bro, you
Give
were
it
like
time.
where Hubie Halloween was filmed. Like, oh my gosh.
You know what a
Yeah.
big issue with Hubie is? They don't have a physical media release, which
Mhm.
is such a shame.
Hmm.
And so if you don't have Netflix, you can't see it. And that's stupid. It's movie's so good. It deserves to be seen by mass
Yeah,
audiences. They really need to release that
that's
on
a good
physical
point.
media.
I didn't even think of that.
Mhm. Give it,
I did have a question going back to the Hell House. Is it a sequel or is it like the same? I don't remember at the top of my head how it ends. I don't think I really like that one as much as everyone else does. But
Uh,
is it like a new group of people that go in there?
I think it is a sequel.
I know
I
it's called Lineage.
Yeah, I think they explore
Oh,
kind of the history
so
of it. It's supposed to be the last
okay.
one. The last one was weird because it wasn't at the Hell House because they
Yeah.
destroyed it, so it was like at another house.
So this will
And
be the third one?
fourth one,
Fourth?
yeah,
Fourth?
Yeah.
or no, it's
Might
Whoa.
be even
fifth.
the
Fifth. It's the
fifth.
fifth
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It is the
Uh,
fifth.
the one
Yes.
that's interesting about this one, and for better or worse, is that it's not like kind of found footage style. It's actually
Mm.
like just a straight up film.
I don't
So
like
that's
that.
Mm.
yeah, me neither. That was kind of their thing, right? It was
Hmm.
that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's what makes it different.
but that's also why I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they
Yeah.
did with it.
Because that's what he did with his other movie, and I didn't love that one either. I think you watched it too, didn't
What
you?
was it?
The director's other movie he made. It came out like last year. I think I gave it like a 2 or 2.5. It was a Shutter exclusive. I cannot remember the name of it. I thought you watched it too, Steve. I'll pull
It's
it up at some
possible.
point
I
today.
just don't
Yeah.
remember. Well, while you're talking,
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Okay. All right. Well, before we get into the show, I did have trivia tonight, and I just feel like it'd be fun to ask you guys some Halloween themed trivia questions since it is our Halloween spectacular episode. It doesn't have to be anything serious here, but can you guys guess? In what state? Well, Steve's not great with states. I'm sorry, Steve. But I'll
Yeah,
say it
good,
anyway.
good start
neither.
there, Joe.
Where is the world's longest haunted house? And I will say it is in America, and it is in a state.
Longest, as in like the building that it's in?
So it is a haunted cave. It's a whopping 3,600 feet long, and it's located 80 feet underground.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Louisiana.
No, but that's a great guess.
I'm gonna go like Iowa.
community, where
or
you at?
Something.
Iowa, no, it is in Lewisburg, Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh.
Yeah, that was one of my guesses.
Yes.
Okay, so what's the haunt called?
I don't know. They did not give me that information. I didn't look it up.
So how do you know it's true?
Well, because this is from like a reputable website. It is from parade.com. Yes.
Oh, okay. Parade.com.
Okay, here's a good one. What are the three colors of candy corn from top to bottom?
White,
Is it-
orange, yellow?
You're cheating. You looked.
I looked at a stuffed animal.
It is correct. White,
How do I know that
orange-
was really accurate?
White, orange, and yellow are the correct answers. So thank you. That's my little. Do you guys want more? I can give you more.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Why did women look in mirrors while walking down the stairs at midnight on Halloween?
Downstairs.
This was back in the
to-
day, obviously, in the old timey days.
to make sure there's no demon following them down.
No, incorrect. So they would do this at midnight. on
Wait, I
Halloween.
didn't give my guess.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm just trying to clarify. So at midnight on
Oh,
Halloween,
okay.
it was a tradition or a superstition that women would walk down the stairs and look in a mirror and they would see something that would predict their potential future.
Oh. I don't know.
I have no idea.
So they would do it to see their boyfriends. This was during the war times. So they most of their boyfriends or husbands were at
Oh.
war, so they
Yep.
would walk down the stairs to catch a glimpse of their loved ones. It's kind of sweet, huh? All right, how many
Well, no, because
pounds-
then you know that they do it to see if their person has died. So if you see it, then you're like,
Okay,
oh,
so
my
then it's
partner got killed
depressing,
in
yeah.
war.
Right.
Exactly.
All right, well, I didn't think about
I mean,
that.
that's
but
what
that
I'm
makes-
assuming.
That
unless
would
they
make
do
sense,
check
I
it
guess,
every
because
year.
the veil is lifted. So I suppose, yeah. All right. Well, here's a more fun one. How many pounds of candy corn are produced each year?
Too many. It's so gross.
What do they do with all the candy corn? Do they just like, I don't know, melt it and then remake it again?
All right. Would you like to guess it in pounds, or would you like to guess it in each individual piece?
Ew, I can't count that high. So let's do pounds.
Okay. How many pounds of candy corn do you guess
I don't
are
know.
produced each year? I will
So-
say it's 9 billion pieces of candy corn. Can you guess the poundage?
Let's go with I don't know, like 500 million pounds.
Incorrect.
I was gonna say 800 million.
No. You guys
That's
aren't even
crazy.
close. It's 35 million pounds.
Oh, okay.
of candy corn. All right, a couple more. How much did Americans, I'm sorry, Steve, they didn't give the Canadian numbers on this one. How much did Americans spend on Halloween last year?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Uh,
This is per person or per
No,
household?
total. No, like total. How much did
Oh,
we
everyone.
as a nation spend last
Like
year?
a billion.
A billion?
I'll
Okay.
go like 10 billion.
10 billion. Steve is closer. Correct answer, $12.2 billion.
Okay.
Did you know why black cats are associated with Halloween? It's because the Puritans associated black cats with witchcraft, leading the cats to be associated with Halloween. In many other cultures, black cats are signs of good luck and are revered. Trick or Treat was founded in the year 1950. For those of you that may not know that. And candy corn was originally called what?
Just gross candy.
I forget. Give me
Chicken
a
feed.
second.
Oh, sorry. You probably
Oh.
that's a tough one. Chicken feed, apparently, because it's supposed to look like corn, right? So
Yeah.
the chickens do love their corn. And yeah, you know, a whole bunch. I can keep going, but I think that's enough for tonight. Did you know that Scottish women to see their future husbands on Halloween would hang wet sheets in front of a fire back in the day. So there's some really crazy traditions. I think we should bring some of these back because some of them do kind of sound fun. But all right, we'll leave it at that. So happy Halloween, everybody. And also, shout out to the greatest first lady ever, Mamie Eisenhower, who in 1958 was the very first lady to decorate the White House for Halloween. So shout out to her. Thank you, Mrs. Eisenhower. And Salem ties here in Salem, Massachusetts. Harry Houdini died on Halloween. He actually came to Salem and escaped from the old Salem jail back in his day that you can go and see if you're ever in Salem. I don't know if we ever showed you that location, Steve, or not, but
No.
it's it's literally right across from Old Town Hall. But they've called that Houdini Way now, is what they call that little area down there. So
Yeah.
shout out to that. And yeah, all right. So I think it is time now to start the show after maybe our longest intro ever. But it's the Halloween, folks. Halloween Spooktacular. It is the greatest episode of the entire year. So let's start the show, Steve, by spilling a little tea.
Let's do it.
What's that? Yeah, one more time. Oh, you want the tea? I'm sorry. We don't serve tea. Nope. Instead, you get a cup of Joe. And now here's Joe with the news.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Chuck. And here it is, your cup of Joe for this week. And let's start off with that little teaser I gave you guys during the show. If you want to watch something pretty dang cool, if you're listening to this episode on Halloween, which you should be. If you're not, shame on you. You missed out. But if you were listening to the show on Halloween, you have a pretty cool opportunity tonight to watch something pretty special on Halloween night. As John Carpenter has announced, he will be streaming his Halloween concert live on the internet for those who are willing to pay a little money, of course. But
How much are we talking?
I don't know. I have not looked at the pricing yet for this, but I can. I can't imagine it's going to be anything crazy amount of money. But if you are a member of Screambox, Screambox will be streaming this completely free for their members and their subscribers. But on, of course, Halloween night tonight, Friday, October 31st, at 11 p.m. Eastern, Carpenter, as the concert will be happening in L.A., John will be doing his live show on Halloween night, streamed to the masses on Veeps.com. You can stream the content starting at 8pm.com. You can head to the official johncarpenter.com or Veeps.com to buy your ticket. So I think that's something, I don't know, Steve, I think that's something I'm probably going to do. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Did you hear about the John Carpenter controversy that's going around today?
I have not.
So a little bit of controversy in Mr. John Carpenter land. So apparently he was like at a con recently, and I guess someone asked him about the substance, and he said he really hated it. And then someone asked, "Is there anything you liked about it?" He's like, "Absolutely not. Zero. I hated it."
Wow.
And people are like mad at him because now it's like, oh, this male director hates a movie about female empowerment, all that stuff. It's like, you know what, guys? John Carpenter, he's just an old grump.
He is.
He was a dick to me, which I thought was hilarious. He's just a grumpy old man. Like my grandfather's the same way. He was like the sweetest man ever. Now he's just like a grumpy ass old man. I love him to death, but that's just the way old men are. And who cares? That's his fucking opinion. Like it doesn't matter to me like what his opinion is. If you love The Substance, like I thought it was the best film of that year. It might even be in my top 5 of the decade. But who cares? Like it's just John Carpenter is entitled to his own opinion, just like you are, and it is what it is, So
yeah,
I say just let him be his own grumpy old asshole.
Yeah, agree. I mean, he's just a grumpy old man at this point. But that shocks me because he is like one of the masters of body horror with The Thing. Like you would think he would really appreciate a movie like The Substance and the amazing body horror it had in it. So, but
did he say why he didn't like it? And there's video of this.
There's video of it. He didn't specify exactly what he didn't like about it. He just said he didn't like anything about it.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I saw another reel recently where someone asked him about Rob Zombie's Halloween, and he just said next question. So yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
doesn't
mean,
surprise me as much though.
right. And to be fair, I mean, I don't fucking know. To be fair, all these people, they hear the same questions over and over. Like, sorry to break your heart, no matter how unique you think that you and your question are, like, they've answered this a million times. And if you were a fan, you would already know. So I don't know what you want us to say. Like, if you don't want to hear someone's opinion, don't ask the question.
Yes. But yeah, so back to this Halloween night, of course, tonight, John Carpenter, 11 p.m. Eastern. You can head to veeps.com or the official johncarpenter.com. Here's a little tidbit on it. The Master of Horror takes the stage. Tune in live for a spine-tingling concert event featuring the legendary filmmaker and composer, featuring his most iconic scores from Halloween in the Fog to Escape from New York and Christine. Carpenter brings his unmistakable synth-driven soundscapes to life in a hauntingly cinematic performance. Well, are you willing to pay for this one, Sam? Because I do now have the price for it. If you are,
Well, not now since he hates women. Jeez. What price are we? Let me guess.
Okay,
It's John Carpenter.
it's Halloween night.
It's Halloween night.
It's at 11 Eastern, which is
performance.
fun. Late at night, could be one of the last things you watch before you go head to bed.
I'm gonna say $31.
It's a good guess.
I
It's
thought
a
it was
great
like
guess.
$9.99 at the most.
You guys right in between. 1999. So for $20 you can watch it. I think it's worth it. Halloween night, right? Cool. I've never seen Carpenter's concerts live, so I think it'd be pretty cool to watch it on Halloween night. So
So it'll actually be like a real concert that is
Live.
actually live.
they're streaming it live from his concert in LA, which is why it's so late at 11 Eastern, 8 p.m. LA time. Yes.
So wait, where is it gonna be at? Like I know it's
In-
streaming, but
It's in LA, in Los Angeles. I don't know,
Do you know what
the
venue?
I don't know what
No.
venue. I don't have that information, but
okay, so what does this look like exactly? Is it where he's just conducting or he's like
no, he's going to be performing
jamming
like
down?
he'll be jamming like on his synth, and he'll
Just
have
by
like a full,
himself?
no, he'll
Or
have a
his-
full
will his
band.
son? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, his I don't know if
Okay,
his
so
sons will
then
be involved,
yeah, $20. You're supporting all of the
but Old Man
music.
Carpenter.
Well, and also the other people too involved.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. I mean, me and Steve have to watch it too because it's part
You
now. It
do?
will be part of the Carpenter retrospective. We'll have to review.
Oh,
this.
there you go.
But all right, yeah. So watch it, folks, if you're listening on Halloween night. Next bit of news here is very special news for the Shining fans out there, as it has been announced that The Shining will be coming to IMAX for the very
Whoa.
first time ever this December, ladies and gentlemen. You can watch one night only, December 12th. You can watch The Shining on the massive IMAX screen. I mean, I'm going 100%. I mean, that's amazing being able to experience The Shining on the biggest screen in the world. Pretty dang cool. So go and check it. If you have an IMAX anywhere near you and you are a fan of The Shining, you have to do it, and check it out. So that's something you'd be willing to go. Steve, you guys got IMAX? You guys have IMAX around
We
here,
have
right?
IMAX. Do they ever do the special like 1 day presentations though? For some
Yeah.
reason, they'll do their own. So maybe The Shining would just show up here at some point, like not on that date. But yeah, I would definitely go if I saw it on the schedule.
Okay.
you going, Joe?
We're going for
You
sure.
gonna take off work?
I will take off. I won't. What day does that fall
here we
on?
go.
Yeah,
Here we
the doubt.
go. It's a
I can't-
Friday.
Oh, it's a Friday?
Mhm.
I'll talk to someone. I'll do a swap. I'll take a long weekend. I'll do a swap with somebody to go and experience that, because that's definitely a once in a
Yeah,
lifetime
that's
thing to
pretty
go and
cool.
check out. Alrighty. Next bit of news here. Some pretty cool news here that has come out as Ty West has announced his latest project. Of course, Ty West, who did the X trilogy. Is that what we call it? The X trilogy, the Pearl trilogy, the Maxine trilogy?
Yeah,
call
whichever.
it the
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's good.
But yeah, Ty West, of course, who most recently did the X trilogy, has announced his latest project, and it is going to be, he's taking on the classic tale of A Christmas Carol with a dark twist, is how he calls it. Although, isn't Christmas Carol pretty dark already when you really think about it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so a dark twist. What makes this project really interesting is who already has been cast to play Ebenezer Scrooge. And that is, of course, Mr. Johnny Depp will be taking on the iconic role of Ebenezer Scrooge. And they've already given us a release date, ladies and gentlemen. November 13th next year, we will be getting this dark take on A Christmas Carol. Also, Andrea Riseborough from Possessor fame is also attached to star in this project. Don't know what her role will be, but we shall see. But Deadline went on to say this version of the movie, a thrilling ghost story set in Dickens London, follows one man's supernatural journey to face his past, present, and future in a fight for a second chance, which is what the movie is in general, so nothing really new there. But I asked you folks, are you guys excited for a Ty West, Johnny Depp Christmas Carol? Or like, are you kind of like, we have 1,000 versions of A Christmas Carol, I'm over it?
I was gonna say it's about time that they adapt A Christmas Carol, because we don't have enough of these at all.
Steve.
I mean, like you said, God, there's a million Christmas carols out there. There's actually a TV show that I keep meaning to watch every year that I have like queued up in my in one of my iPads that's apparently a really dark version of A Christmas Carol that I'll check out. It's like 3 episodes long, I think. That seems to be the darkest version. So if he makes an actual like horror version of A Christmas Carol, it could be interesting. But yeah, I'm really curious. I don't know. What's your favorite Christmas Carol adaptation? Also, I would be curious. For me, it's Scrooged with
Muppets.
Bill Murray. Oh, that's a
Muppets
good one,
Christmas
too.
Carol is my absolute favorite, and I think Michael Caine is the best Scrooge.
Scrooge.
I think him and George C. Scott, I think, are my 2 favorite Scrooge portrayals.
What are you saying?
That's a great question. I actually don't know. I feel like I'll say, what is it, Muppets, just because Joe makes me watch it every year and he
Mhm.
wants me to cry on the couch with him.
Have you ever seen the one that I can think of that they actually tried to make a horror version, came out a couple of years ago on TNT, and I've yet to watch it. Have either of you guys seen that
Oh
one?
yeah, actually, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, we should maybe watch it this year. Did you ever watch that one, Steve?
No, I haven't. I'm trying to find what version that I was talking about. I don't. Maybe it's the same one. Let's see my list.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, my favorite, I couldn't tell you the exact title or who was in it, but I remember when I was a kid and my mom would watch Lifetime all the time, they made so many movies based off that story where it was like the woman boss is like a bitch to the younger woman, and it like, she goes through the lessons and all of that stuff, but it's like just takes you back to like the late 80s 90s of like Christmas mall vibes, you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they either work at a perfume counter or they're like at a marketing agency working for like an awful person. I mean, I never get tired of it, honestly. If I hear a jingle bell in it, I'll watch it, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one with what's his face there? Jean-Luc Picard. I can't think of his name his real name right now, but that's also another good version of A Christmas Carol as well. Patrick something or the other. What the hell's his name? Why can't I think of it?
Oh
I don't
my
know, but
God.
you saying Patrick, I just feel like Patrick Wilson would be a great
Oh, Scrooge. Do you think Johnny Depp?
Scrooge or the other guy. What's his name? The father of
Patrick?
Tiny Tim.
Oh, Bob Cratchit.
Yeah,
Do you like Johnny Depp as Ebenezer Scrooge? I think he'll probably be fantastic,
I think
right?
he'll be
As
great.
Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
Yeah.
great actor, obviously. And now he's doing cons. He just got announced to do Tokyo Comic Con. Will he
Really?
ever come to America and do a con? We'll see.
Probably
But
not.
he is doing a con over in Tokyo.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, and the version I'm talking about is from 2019. It's 4 episodes long. It's Guy Pearce who plays
Oh,
Ebenezer
okay.
Scrooge. You have Andy Serkis who's playing Christmas Past.
Yeah,
And
I think that's the horror one
Yeah,
that they
That's
did.
what he
Yeah.
said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed that. Okay.
Open
Huh.
your
Just
so
making sure.
ears.
Yes.
I'll watch it this year, I think, because I'm very
Definitely.
curious about it.
Same.
Maybe you'll review it on
I was
the
gonna say
podcast.
maybe we should review it on the podcast.
Yeah,
perhaps.
we already
for
have our
December.
schedule done, but yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
Steve. Wow. He says,
We'll
fuck you
cancel
guys.
everything, and I think
I'm
you
gonna
guys should
cancel
just
a mean
read
one.
it.
Sorry, David Howard Thornton.
Yeah, no one wants to watch that one anyway. Come on. We should ask the
think you
listeners,
guys-
would you rather us review the mean one or this TNT horror version?
Or would
Carol.
you rather them reenact A Christmas Carol and they
Oh.
could read the parts?
Yeah, we could be the three ghosts. So Sam, you could be Ebenezer
That'd be
Scrooge.
Steve did
No, I
tell
want to
a
be Tiny Tim.
Steve did
Okay.
do a telling of a spook. Was it a Christmas spooky story
Yeah,
last
something.
year or a couple years ago?
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you guys
With
do
the
without
firecracker?
Steve? Shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Steve, indeed. The glue that holds this podcast together for sure. All right, a couple more
blushing.
stories here. A couple of wraps that just happened recently, as Mike Flanagan has wrapped on his Carrie television series, calling it one of his favorite projects ever.
That's what you're supposed to say, though.
Well, yes, of
Like,
course.
oh, I hate this project. Don't go see it.
Right. So yeah, I mean, and of course another TV series has also wrapped. But I will say this Carrie TV series does have some people you might like. Matthew Lillard, of course, making the rounds. Amber Midthunder as well. Shout out to the Prey fans out there as well. Also, recurring guest stars are going to be Kate Siegel, of course, who is Mike's wife, of course, but a great actress in her own right, as well as Heather Graham as well, interestingly enough, and many, many others among this. I don't know. I'm sure they told us who's going to be playing Carrie in this one, but I'm not familiar with the person. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. A lot of King projects right now, and Sam and I will be talking about Welcome to Derry because we did watch the first episode during what watched. Also, another show that has wrapped production is the Friday the 13th TV series, of course, from A24. That has also wrapped. Linda Cardellini, of course, will be playing Mrs. Voorhees in that show. An update on It Follows Part 2. Of course, they follow. Micah Monroe, in a recent interview, of course, she, just came out with a new movie herself, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle remake, which I think is streaming over on maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, or Hulu or something. During our press tour for that, she said that she was sent the script, that it is incredible. She said it is very different, though, from It Follows. But as far as when they will film, she is hoping sometime in 2026 is the hope to begin filming that one. So we shall see. But the long-awaited, of course, follow-up to It Follows sounds like it is going to be coming relatively soon. Screamboat is coming back as well, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting a sequel to Screamboat with Minnie Mouse, of course, to join David Howard Thornton's Mickey Mouse character. So we will be getting Mickey and Minnie in the upcoming Screamboat 2 sequel. I know all of you are very excited for that one. And finally, let's leave it off tonight with a little list our friends over at Bloody Disgusting did. 5 terrifying horror movies to stream tonight that bring the Halloween scares. Number 1, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, which you can currently stream over on Shudder, Tubi, Showtime, and AMC Plus. Number 2, one of Steve's favorites, The Changeling. Of course, a classic haunted house movie. You can stream that currently on Roku, Screambox, Pluto TV, and Fandango at home. One that we reviewed just last year, Ghostwatch, of course, which you can currently stream over on Shudder and AMC Plus. And finally, another classic, Sinister, which you can currently stream over on Hulu, Disney Plus, Roku Channel, and Tubi. Oh, and one last one, Terrified, which is a great foreign one that you can also stream over on Shudder and AMC Plus. So 5 spooky horror movies for you to watch tonight if you are looking for a good idea. And that is it for horror news this week, ladies and gentlemen. Stay spooky. What are you going to watch tonight on Halloween? All right. Let's head into what watched. And let's start with Steve because, he's been quiet. We haven't heard enough from Steve tonight. So Steve, tell me what you've been watching this week.
So I'm continuing my year-long project where I get a horror recommendation and I give one back. This one was different because it is October, so I want to do something special. So I gave Joe and Todd a movie to watch. I
Did
don't
I
think
watch
either
it?
of them actually watched it.
What was the movie?
Society.
Oh yeah, I have. Well, me and Sam will definitely
Shocker.
watch that because Sam wants to watch that one too. So we'll
Yeah.
definitely get to
So
it.
at some point they'll give their side of it, but I did watch their movies in exchange. We'll start with Todd's movie. He gave me a movie that really I should have seen by now, but I hadn't, and it's about time that I do, and that is 1996's Bad Moon, which I watched over on Shudder, but is also on Tubi. Bad Moon is a werewolf movie. It's about a family who they're just doing their thing, at home and everything like that. And they're like the mom's brother, so the kid's uncle, comes over because he's having some issues, and all of a sudden they start getting attacked by a werewolf every night. And of course, you find out that the brother slash uncle is the werewolf, and it becomes this story about the family trying to deal with that werewolf. And the main character of the film, at least in my opinion, and I think in anyone who watches this movie's opinion, is the dog. And the dog is absolutely amazing in this film as really the hero of this story trying to battle this crazy werewolf. I loved it. It was really good. It's not a complex story. It's a very simple story. It doesn't have a ton of characters. It takes place mostly in one setting, like it's mostly in and around that house that the people live in. So very simple. The design of the werewolf, among the best I've seen any werewolf movie. Maybe just under American Werewolf in London, but definitely better than a lot of other werewolf movies that I've seen. And yeah, I just think that it's a very cool movie, easy to watch. The dog, A plus, absolutely fantastic. Loved every moment that the dog was in. Human characters, not the greatest acting. I'm not gonna lie. It's just I don't know. It was a little hokey, a little too over the top for my taste. But it's a good story. It's an easy watch, and I recommend anyone who likes werewolf movies to check it out. So that is Bad Moon over on Shudder. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
Wow. All right. I'm adding that one to the list. All right. Sam, what's your spooky self been watching?
Are you going to talk about dairy?
Yeah, we can talk about it together if you'd like, though, if you want to throw it out there. Unless you
Well,
got
I
other
also
stuff.
watched it too,
Yeah.
Joe.
I was like, if you got other stuff, though, go for it.
Fine. Okay, so I guess we'll talk about that on Joe's turn. But for my turn, because I can't use that one,
You can.
I watched. I know this is not going to be a surprise to anyone, but I watched Nope a few times. Okay, just recently, and I really have to say, it's a great, great horror film, and it's going to go down in the history as one of the top horror films.
Wow.
I say just give it about 6 years. I said 8 years 2 years ago, but just give it a few more years, and I think people will cherish it more. Guys, the sound design is just too freaking good. The story's great. You don't know where it's going. You think that it could be 5 different possible things before you actually find out what the thing is. Great acting, laughs. The costuming is fabulous. Every time I watch it, I go down on a rabbit hole because one of these days I'm going to recreate all of Emerald's looks. I'm just obsessed with everything. So if you still haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. And it was actually on like E the other day. So I'm happy that the main basic channel networks are like, oh, spooky movie, let's throw this on. So maybe you'll get a chance to watch it. Steve, have you watched it recently?
No, and the reason is I have the 4K in my wish list on Amazon. It's like
Oh.
$60, at least here in Canada. So I'm just waiting for it to go down so I could rewatch it like properly with like the surround sound and everything like that. But I did play the video game that features a Nope level, and Nope characters recently, which I talked about on my other podcast, the Let's Speak
Oh,
Gaming
nice.
podcast. It's called Funko Fusion. It's a very cool concept because you could play a lot of more obscure like horror properties like Nope, John Carpenter's The Thing, there's Shaun of the Dead, and a bunch of other like cool properties. But the game sucks ass. So to get to those,
Really?
yeah, it's really bland and kind of boring. So unless you get it for cheap or for free, I wouldn't recommend it. But you do get a Nope level, so that's a bonus. So yeah,
Well, next time you play, send me some pics.
I will.
But
What game?
also, like,
Sorry, what game is that?
sorry, I just got to do this little spiel, but
Okay,
about
let's
Nope
hear it.
is that I feel sorry for anyone who did not get to experience Nope in IMAX. Like,
Mm.
your life is over. There's nothing else to live for. Like, honestly, every time I still watch Nope, my body gets hurled into the memory of watching it on IMAX. Like, I get goosebumps every scene that was in IMAX. Like, it's just amazing. I tried to compare this to, like, I told Joe, I said, us seeing Nope in IMAX would be like our parents being able to say, like, we saw the release of Halloween on screen the weekend that it actually came out. And he didn't really get my comparison, but I'm just saying it's like that, it's like it's an iconic moment. So if it ever does play on IMAX, which I think it will, I think you should go see it. Just my recommendation.
Actually,
Mhm.
when I went to the theater last time, I don't remember what I went to see, but there was like a movie about a killer monkey. It's like a pet monkey that goes crazy, and it
Yes.
really reminded me of like Nope. It's like
We saw a trailer for that. What is it called? Like Pet Monkey or something
yeah,
like
some
Primate?
that?
something like that. It comes out in January, I
Something.
believe.
What do you
Primate.
think about that, Steve?
I don't like when an animal's the killer. I think the animal should be the hero.
Yeah.
It does look good, but I just don't like when I don't want people to chase an animal to kill it. So I don't know. I'm kind of like
Yeah.
in between with it.
I think it looks. Yeah, apparently they used a practical monkey though
Hmm.
I
for
thought you
this
were, when
movie.
you said
No,
that,
I'm serious.
what do you mean a practical
Like they
monkey?
used a real monkey.
Well,
Like
they're
it's not
very intelligent,
CGI.
so it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they better not have.
that's what yeah,
No,
that's what they said.
they better not have.
They did. They used a real. Gordy too. He was real.
No, he was not
No,
real.
he was definitely CGI. Speaking of CGI, let's talk about Welcome to Derry. Of course, the premiere of the new It themed show over on HBO Max. This one, this is only based off the first episode. The actual second episode is premiering early today on Halloween. For those of you who want to check out the second episode as well,
They're giving us a treat.
giving us a treat on Halloween. So this one takes place in, I believe it's the 50s, somewhere around there. We're following a new group of kids, sort of a new losers type club on this opening episode. But we're also following the military as well, which we'll see how that comes in. But I believe the character's name tag says Hanlon, so I'm assuming it's Mike Hanlon's like grandfather or something like that, or father, I suppose, depending like what timeline we're in. We'll find out. Also, shout out to Dick Halloran, who is also shows up on this, of course, for you Shining fans. He apparently also makes a little appearance in this as well. A lot of I missed. Apparently, there were a lot of sort of Stephen King Easter eggs in this first episode that I may have missed. But yeah, so welcome to Derry. What did I think of the first episode? I think it is an extremely promising start to this series. I will say I don't think there was anything more gruesome in either of the first two movies than this one episode. There is some pretty shocking stuff in here that they bring the gore, which was a pleasant surprise. And they really did not hold back. There is definitely, I don't want to spoil anything, but there was some stuff in there that I'm like, oh wow, I did not think they would go there. Where the show loses me a little bit is Muschietti's CGI. The man loves to put CGI in his movies, which honestly was the fault, I think, of both It movies. It was just too CGI heavy, and it wasn't great looking CGI. I will say the CGI in this looks slightly better, but man, like it definitely takes me out of it at times. And there's one scene in particular, and I think Sam will agree that it was just too CGI heavy and really sort of takes you out of the moment because you know it looks so fake. But with that being said, I am very interested to see where the show goes from here. And I thought it was a really solid first episode. And I don't know where they're going to go from here because it took some turns. I was like, wow, where do you go from here now? And you don't see Pennywise in this episode, spoiler, and it still held my attention and kept me very entertained.
Okay, so when I knew the series was coming, I was like, okay, sure, I'll go along for the ride. But then I heard that it was going to be on, it's HBO, right? Or is it, okay, it is HBO. When I heard it was going to be on HBO, I was like, it piqued my interest even more. And then I saw the trailer because I was going to go in with low expectations. So didn't mind if I spoiled myself with the trailer. And guys, once I saw the trailer, I was like, this is going to be really scary. Like, I can just tell. So, as Joe mentioned, we watched the first episode and wow, wow, wow. Like, I am so pumped for this season. I cannot wait. I didn't think I would care for the kids. I thought it would take me a bit to like get to know them, but I am interested in like their safety, I suppose. And I'm so glad that we didn't get to see Pennywise, although we did get to see different versions of it. And I like that they're teasing us because it's like, okay, well, once you see Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, like what's after that? Like it's just going to be same old same. But I really love that they give him in a different form, I guess. And the opening scene of the show is frightening. There were a few other moments in the show that I told Joe, I said, if they do this right now, I'm gonna scream just because it's like what would terrify me. And it ended up happening a few times. And if I was a kid watching this show, like I would cry. I can't even imagine. I'm hopeful for it. It is good. And like Joe said, some of the CGI did take me out because I felt like it was already so terrifying that you didn't need as much as he used. Like it just pulls you out. I don't know what I don't know. I'm like, it's already so good without it, or maybe just not focusing as much as they did on some of the CGI bits. But yeah, I think if you're able to, definitely check it out. And I was upset because I'm like, oh, we have to wait a week to watch this in between. But then I saw that they were going to release episode 2 early. So I recommend checking it out, watching it with the lights off. It makes me scared, as if I'm a little kid discovering horror for the first time.
Especially the intro. Fantastic intro to the show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. I hate watching week to week television. So
You do?
I'm gonna wait till the whole season's out and then binge it in like a night or two, So
Yeah.
I
Why
think
do
it's
you
only
hate it?
oh, it's just
Why do you
because
hate it so much, Steve? Because you just don't, you want to like continue it like a movie or you end
Yeah.
up forgetting? Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just, there's a lot that happens in a week, and I don't want to have to like, oh, what happened here? Like, what was this about? It's just, I hate week to week television. I'm over it. So I wait till shows come out. The only problem is then I probably get spoiled, and that's the
Yeah,
downside, but
that's the tough part.
it is what it is. Like, it's not too bad. All right, so my second one this week is the one that Joe recommended to me, which I watched over on Tubi, and that is 2024's Low Lifes. So Low Lifes is about a family, they're camping, and they get stopped by these hillbillies. And I will stop the synopsis right there because this is one of those movies that honestly, the less you know, the better. It's full of twists and turns throughout the entire thing. It's very violent. The characters are pretty interesting. And yeah, I was totally into it. It's just like I don't know, there's just so much stuff that I wish I could say, but it would spoil things. So I'm just gonna keep it to. I thought it was a good movie. My only issue is I find the first act is great and the last act is great, but the middle kind of slogs along with very little actually happening. But those two acts, the first and third act, are so good that I would highly recommend checking it out because it does subvert expectations in a lot of ways and it gets pretty fucking brutal at times. So yeah, I give it 3.5 stars out of 5. If just that middle could have been tighter, I think it would have been definitely something that could have been in my top 10 last year. But yeah, Lowlifes, check it out over on Tubi.
Yeah, I recommended that one because I think it's underrated, and I think it was a Tubi original. I think it's probably the best thing Tubi's ever done, honestly, for horror wise, anyway. So I think more people should definitely check that one out. I agree.
Would I like it, Joe? Or
Yeah.
would it piss me off because the freaks aren't minding their business and they're bothering people?
I think you just gotta watch it because it's def like Steve said, it takes a lot of twists and turns, so
Oh.
it's pretty
It
cool.
reminds me of just him saying that brief portion. Is it Lake Placid?
Like
That-
not like
Like
Placid,
Mungo?
like Mungo, yeah.
No,
With the couple,
it's not Lake
Mike-
Mongo.
Michael Fassbender.
Oh, no,
you're
that's not Lake
It's
Mungo,
not Lake
that's,
Mungo. That's the other
Yeah.
one. We just fucking reviewed it.
I know, like
It's
like a
Lake
month ago.
Placid.
No, it's not
No,
Lake
Lake
Placid.
Placid's
That's the one with
the
the
crocodile.
alligator. Or, yeah, crocodile, whatever. It is. God damn it.
we just
just reviewed it.
Eden Lake.
Eden Lake.
Eden Lake. Is it similar to that, Joe?
No,
Oh.
I'd say it's more along the lines of like a wrong turn type.
Oh, so
thing.
even more gruesome.
It's
Yes.
gruesome.
That one
It's
pissed
fucking
me
gruesome.
off, Steve. Lake
Yeah.
Eden,
Yeah, Eden
Are you
Lake.
joking?
Yeah, it was.
Eden Lake, whatever it is. I was so pissed off with that. I'm like, are you kidding me?
That pissed me off in the same way that Speak No Evil pissed me off. You know, like just
Oh,
like God damn it, just do something. You know, like,
was that your first time watching Speak No Evil?
no, I saw it when it first came out, like the Danish version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were meaning the one with the wrestler.
the one with the wrestler. Speak No Evil.
Maybe it was a remake.
Oh no, the one with the wrestler. We just watched it. With the pizza delivery
The
guy.
No, it's
No.
See No Evil is what I'm talking about.
Oh, Kane.
You're talking about the one.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
Oh,
no, I'm talking.
thinking of- I'm thinking of the other one we just watched with the wrestler from last year. That was pretty good.
Well, what's Steve talking about? Is it a Danish version of that one that I'm?
No, Speak No Evil is there's the Danish version and then there's an American version with the dude from Split. That was
Oh,
like-
yeah. Oh my, that pissed me off.
Yeah.
I forgot that one is gnarly.
yeah,
'Cause I
especially
watched-
the Danish version.
The Danish one I watched first.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So it pissed me off in the same way. Like, fucking do something about it. Like, you know,
Mhm.
you're just letting yourself kinda
Yeah.
get through these situations, and it's frustrating.
Ugh.
What's the one we just watched though last year with the wrestler? Sam watched it too, I think, with me.
With-
Or
I
you?
did.
Like when you
Uh,
say the
Male
wrestler,
He
Or
wasn't an
female?
actual wrestler, but he was like a wrestler in the movie, and like he babysits the girl.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's Here
oh.
Comes Blood, or
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, we
It was
interviewed
good.
him,
It was
too.
pretty good. It was fun. It was a fun one.
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't the best.
Wasn't
but
that
it was-
good? No one remembered
No.
it.
You should check out Dark Match as well if you haven't.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that
Oh.
Dark
from
Match
this
either.
year. Yeah.
Yep. Sam and I going to Monday Night Raw in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Cena's
John Cena's
last
final
time in
Boston,
Boston.
appearance. Yeah.
I'm not going for him. I'm actually leaving before he goes on.
Well, Rhea Ripley broke her nose, so I don't think she'll be there, unfortunately. But
Did she?
We were looking forward to seeing her, but I don't think she'll be there. Yeah.
I hope
But
she's
you might see your boy CM Punk. I know you're a big CM Punk guy currently.
also a horror
Watching
actor.
the doc. Is he?
Is he?
Oh yeah, he's in 3 or 4 horror movies.
Really?
He did his
Which
own
one?
horror
For
movie.
Bianca.
I don't remember the names of them, but he did one like a vampire movie with
Nice.
Dee Wallace, I think. He did one with Barbara Crampton. He was in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he plays a cop. There's one where he's alone. He like buys a house and he renovates it, and then like there's like demonic things that happen in the house, and he like
Mhm.
yeah, he's actually a decent actor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we'll give you an up when Raw happens. We'll definitely. Well, if maybe you can get Sam on the show to give at least a review of it, but if not, I'll do it.
Right.
Only if we do like a little segment of like horror tones in the wrestling industry, and then we have to come up with what our name would be and what our look would be.
Nice.
Yes. Speaking of horror tones, we're also seeing Lady Gaga in March, which seems like it's going to be a very
Claws up.
Her new album is
Steve,
very
put 'em up.
very
Put the
dark,
claws up,
sort of
Steve.
spooky.
Famous for American Horror Story.
Yes,
Lady Gaga. Yeah.
that's right.
Oh yeah.
All right, Sam. What else you got? Anything else for this week?
Well, I was going to talk about a different season of American Horror Story, but I'm not going to. Okay, briefly, I started Asylum season 2, but I kind of got bored of it, so I haven't finished it yet. But
I think
that's
that's one
not
of the
what,
best seasons.
that's what everyone said because I didn't know if I should watch that one or what was the other one?
You were talking about another. Roanoke, which I wouldn't recommend.
Because I didn't finish that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
but everyone had like Asylum at 1 or 2 on their
Mhm.
top 10 list. And I did like it. But I think what happened was because I fell asleep during some episodes, I kind of was like, oh, I'm too lazy to go back. I'll finish it. I'll finish it. But real quick, if I could just use my turn, I did watch the new R.L. Stein's Pumpkinhead on Tubi. We watched it for our movie night, and I didn't pay that much attention because we were like chatting about stuff, but the beginning was all right. Middle part was like super Halloween-y, and the Pumpkinhead was kind of scary. I guess I just thought maybe like some of that Fear Street Netflix budget could go into the Tubi budget, but it's not there yet. But it's all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was.
it's no more. It's like the Haunted Hour, the Haunting Hour, or whatever those
Mhm.
ones are. It's like that.
Yeah, I was asking Sam this, and do you think Arlstein still has like the staying power he used to have, where like studios are willing to give him money, or do you think that's sort of like past at this point?
I think it's past.
Yeah.
You know, he was like in the 80s, everyone I knew talked about Goosebumps. Everyone. You know,
90s.
Did he start? Didn't it start in the 80s?
I feel like Goosebumps didn't really take off until like the mid to late 90s. was
Because
when it was
I remember reading
But he
that.
Fear Street.
And
He
I
Fear-
was
I
a late
remember
teen.
early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he had like huge name recognition. I feel
Yeah.
now it's more like adults reminiscing on it rather than kids actually
Yeah.
like reading his stuff. So
I mean, Netflix gave him a lot. That Fear Street had a good budget.
and they
though.
made 2
Yeah.
Goosebumps
Right.
movies with
Right.
you know. So yeah, I
But
mean
I
it
was-
has some staying power.
Yeah.
but not.
But not, as what he used to have back in
Sure.
the early 90s and stuff. Yeah. All right, cool. My last one tonight, and Sam can talk about this one too, because we just went to the theaters last night and went and saw Paranorman in 3D, of course, a re-release, which was another Halloween. Was that a Halloween Spooktacular or just an October?
I think it was a Halloween
episode
spectacular.
review?
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
So if you want to hear our full thoughts on that, you can go and check out our back episode where we reviewed Paranorman. But yeah, so this was it like a 20-year or whatever, 10-year re-release? I don't know, something in celebration, but they restored it and put it in 3D. Also, what was special about this one is they played a little short before the movie as well, called The Thrifting, which stars Norman once again and his friend and the sister. Where Sam, you want to? Actually, I'll let you take this one if you want. If you want to talk about The Thrifting, do you want to?
I mean, I guess I can't. I don't
Go
have
for
much
it.
to say about it. So it's Norman and Neil. They go thrifting because they're looking for a Halloween costume. And of course, the thrift shop is haunted. And we see, like, since Norman can see ghosts, he's able to, kind of figure out what's happening. And it's like a cutie little thing. It has a lot of horror tones in the short, which I
Yes.
appreciated. I'm sure that got Joe excited because
It
he's
did.
like, how many times do I have to watch Paranorman? But I think he always forgets like what an actual horror movie it is.
Yes, very intro to horror for sure. Yeah, the Thrifting, that little short, it was cool. My only complaint about it is that which they probably just didn't have the time, obviously, because they attached it, but it was like computer. You could tell it was like computer generated rather than the actual motion capture that, you know, all their other stuff is. You could tell like from the overlay sort of on Norman's face and the characters that they did it more with computers. But it was still a very fun little short. Yeah, shout out when they're walking down the street into the thrift store. There's a store called John's Carpentry, which I appreciated. There was some other little horror tones in there. I think there was a Michael Myers mask or something at one point too. I think his friend, right, Neil, is dressed as Michael or something in the short. So yeah, it was a fun little short. It was good to see something sort of different in that version. And then yeah, Paranorman in 3D was a blast. Obviously, it's even more special, I think, for us since we live in Salem, and obviously, like the whole movie sort of takes place in a like fictional version of Salem, which is really cool. Yeah, man, movie's a blast. You know, Norman talking to all the ghosts, all the zombies look awesome in it, and it's just such a fun movie. And it's like very heartfelt too. Obviously, it, you know, talks about like the real reason, like of why, you know, like I think, and me and Sam talked about this after the movie, like people come to Salem and just think about like, oh, Halloween and everything, but the movie really makes you think about the real reason why people are here is because like these innocent people were murdered, you know, 300, 400 years ago. And it's like, you know, you want to remember those victims. And this movie really stops and makes you sort of remember like that, which is great and important. And yeah, man, I'd love to see a sequel one day. They did preview their newest movie as well, which is called Wildwood, I think it is, Sam. Is that correct? Which is about, it almost seems like semi spooky, like there's like but not really. Like a girl gets sort of, her brother, I think, gets lost in the woods and she has to go and like find him. And there's like this like big owl, right, type character, I think that, or eagle character.
Eagle,
that's
yeah.
like, that's the main character that's going to be voiced by Angela
General.
Bassett. But it looks like it's going to be pretty cool, obviously. And the amount of work like they showed, obviously, going into that looks insane. But Like is awesome. I mean, amazing studio. They brought us Coraline as well as, what are the other movies they did, Sam? You know them all.
Kubo.
Kubo, yeah.
hmm
And there was another one. Oh, the
Did they do
Sasquatch
9?
movie. They did not do 9. No, I don't believe so. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think
my
they did.
Blu-ray has both Coraline and 9 on the same one, so I don't know.
Oh,
if
so maybe they did
really?
then.
Seems to,
Then maybe they did. I don't know if I've actually seen 9.
But that's the one with all the. I just remember Coheed being on that soundtrack, right? If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, we coming out of here, we just debated what's better, like between Coraline and Paranorman. I think I levitate more towards Paranorman, but they're both great movies in their own right. Obviously, both great kids sort of intro spooky Halloweeny type movies. So yeah, highly recommend both of them.
Yeah. And if people want to check them out, it's episode 145 that we talked about it, and it was the 13-year anniversary, which is fitting for.
Okay, 13 years. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why they brought it up. Okay, awesome, very cool.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, I love Paranorman so freaking much. Like, I literally cry every time I watch it. It just like breaks my freaking heart. I become a blubbering mess. Like, I just love it so much. And I do ask myself, do I enjoy Paranorman more or Coraline? And I have such a sweet spot for both of them. But I feel like Paranorman is more of like a fun ride. Like, it's like the whole encore of everyone is fun and it's so entertaining. Whereas Coraline, it's very like singular, and that's probably not even the right word. Like, I like how gloomy and lonely Coraline is. So I feel like you can't compare them, but I don't know. Because then, Joe, I was thinking that the scene with the dogs and the circus and Coraline, like, it's so cute.
That one
But
is fun.
Paranorman, I literally laugh at every line. Like, I was just chuckling like a little kid. I loved it so much.
All right, awesome.
What would you choose, Steve?
Watch them both. They're both like amazing.
If you had to watch only one
Probably
for the rest of your...
Paranorman. It's the Halloween vibes. It's the humor. Neil's so fucking funny in that movie.
Neil is amazing. Oh my gosh.
And you get the zombies, which are great.
Yeah.
I love the grandma character too.
Yeah, she's sweet too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I love when Neil was just like such a good friend. Like everyone would be so lucky to have Neil in their life. Like I really love when he's playing with his ghost dog and like he's like play fetch and Norman like he just doesn't want to. He doesn't want to feel stupid. He doesn't want to take up the space and Neil's like you just throw it. And it's so cute.
Mhm. All right, well, go back, listen to our Paranorman. You'll get everyone's full thoughts on that if you want another Halloween spooktacular episode. All right, but now I think it is time to head into our main events of the evening. As of course, with our Halloween spooktacular, we review two horror movies. So let's start with number one, and let's go 31 to start off. Of course, Rob Zombie's 31 from the year 2016, starring Meg Foster, Kevin Jackson, Judy Geeson, Malcolm McDowell, Jeff Daniel Phillips, Sherry Moon Zombie, Pancho Moeller, and Richard Brake as Doomhead. Plot: 5 carnival workers are kidnapped and held hostage in an abandoned hellish compound where they are forced to participate in a violent game, the goal of which is to survive 12 hours against a gang of sadistic clowns. Are they all clowns? I don't know. We'll
Well,
discuss.
kind of.
Kind of. Sort of, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well,
Yeah.
they all have like
Never-
clown makeup.
yeah, I guess. Never really thought of it like that, but interesting. Okay. Well, Steve, we are once again without Todd this week. The best synopsizers of synopsizers, as we all know. But why don't you try to tackle and let us know a little bit more about Rob Zombie's 31?
Yeah, so it's about like the synopsis, the official synopsis said, it's about a group of carnies. They're going down south and they're going to their next gig when all of a sudden they like come across a group in the middle of the road that stops them and then they like kidnap them and put them into this kind of building where they're all like tied up and they're told that they are in a game called 31 where they have to survive 12 hours against a like evolving group of psycho clowns that are coming after them to kill them, all for the benefit of these rich aristocrats, played mainly by Malcolm McDowell. And it's just about them surviving, and they're watching this and placing bets on who's going to survive. They have like betting odds on each of the people who are playing this game, and the clown killers all have their own little kind of gimmick to them. It's very Running Man-esque, at least the Schwarzenegger version of that film, where it's like one killer at a time or like a duo killer at a time, and they send them in, like they decide who goes next, right up to the last one. So that's basically the plot of it. So I'm curious. So this actually, interestingly enough, this pretty much completes the Rob Zombie retrospective without like doing it. It's the only we only have one other Rob Zombie movie that we haven't reviewed, which is the El Super Beasto, but I don't think we ever will because it's like an animated thing. It's not great either. But yeah, what do you guys think of 31?
Also, this does take place on Halloween night, I believe. But it really, for a movie that like takes place around Halloween, there's really not much like Halloween vibes to this movie at all, I gotta say. Yeah, so 31. If from what I remember too, I feel like this is the first one Zombie crowdfunded
That's
as
right.
well. Yeah. This was like sort of when he was like, fuck the studios, I ain't working with studios anymore after Halloween 2. So he went out and and this is what he created. Yeah, it's the first time I've watched it since it originally came out back in 2016. So 9 years removed since I've seen it, and my opinion really has not changed at all. After rewatching this, I don't think this is a very good movie. It's kind of a mess. It's really all over the place. I do think there's some good here, surprisingly. I think when Richard Brake is on screen, the movie's at its absolute best. I really think the Doomhead character is great, and Richard Brake's performance is fantastic, as he's a great actor. It's just like everyone else in this movie is just not very good. You know, it's just really the dialogue is really bad a lot of the time. It's really, really terrible, and that's saying a lot for a Rob Zombie movie. Um, Man, Zombie, I think, is at his best when the studios do have some sort of pull on him. Like, I think his best movies are all studio movies, and all of his worst movies are non-studio movies. Kudos to him for, going out there and trying to make something. But I mean, I think the movie severely is hurt by its budget, right? It's really a one setting type movie for the majority of it, and it gets very boring at times. Also, like all of the clown characters are terrible. They're never like scary or feel like a threat. They're more like comedic. And I just did not enjoy any of them, starting with Pancho Moeller, who is my least favorite of sort of probably the bunch of them. Like why make him a Nazi? That is a question. I don't understand it really. And he just, he never felt like overly scary or threatening to me. And then the next characters are sort of your twisted clowns with the chainsaws, which were they were probably the best of the bunch after Doomhead. And then like the E.G. Daily, like Swedish dude, that was the worst, maybe worse than Pancho Moller's. The two of them were fucking horrendously bad. Yeah, man, it just like never felt like there were stakes, but like the characters just weren't like threatening or scary enough to me to like ever feel like I cared about the characters that were in peril. Um, yeah, it was just, I mean, we can get more into it as it goes, but yeah, man, this movie, and then like the cam work, the shaky cam work, man, like I was like, what the fuck is happening half the time? Like, especially like I think during the Swedish character part or the two clowns, I was like, I could fucking barely make out what was happening. Um, yeah. Plus, he borrowed from House of a Thousand Corpses with like the scarecrows being like in the middle of the road and then being ambushed again, which is exactly what happens in House of a Thousand Corpses, which I thought was funny. Yeah, man, the movie's a mess, and I think it might be one of his worst, honestly. Like the more I think about it. Um, so yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Sam, do you want to go next? You're the biggest Rob Zombie apologist, so I'm really interested to hear what you think about this one.
Apologist?
I mean, you always are defender, I should say.
Defending, I'm appreciating.
Okay.
I mean, Joe's talking about that camera work. You just wait until you see his little movie. No, I'm kidding.
True.
No, it's not true. I'm joking. I'm teasing. Okay, so obviously huge fan of Rob Zombie, and I do try to see the good things about some of the movies that the majority of folks do not like. Okay, so it's been a while since I've watched 31, but I remember liking it a lot more than everyone did, appreciating. So watching it this time in my head, I was like, okay, maybe some of you guys were right. Maybe it's not as great as I wanted it to be or delusionally thought it was. Um, hmm. I mean, it's not awful. All right, let me try to get my thoughts together. So, for Joe saying that none of the clowns were scary, like those two guys talking about they're gonna screw every single one of the holes on the female, like that's everyday life. Welcome to our terror, baby. Like that's horrifying. Like, not my holes, not today. I don't think so. And then with the character group, like I feel like they tried to get across that they were like their own little family. They were their chosen family. So there were a few of the characters that I was like, oh, I don't want them to die. But I really couldn't get past the wig that Sherry was wearing. And I know it was probably part of her act because we're supposed to, get that they're part of the circus, like their own little thing. Um, and then I can't remember the character or the actor's name, but the one that was supposed to have the Jamaican accent, I was just like, that was totally not necessary. Um, I don't know. And then I agree with Poncho's character. Man, I remember when Poncho like came to the horror scene, like he was really popping off. Like everyone was like, I don't know, but yeah, his character wasn't very scary. I was a little annoyed with, oh, what's his name? Why do I want to call him Jeff Daniels? Is that his name?
Jeff Daniel Phillips. Yeah.
Thank you. Jeff Daniel Phillips. His character was annoying to me the most. Like in the parts where he's supposed to be freaking out, it was just like he was freaking out, but he didn't give a fuck, honestly. So yeah, I also feel like there were some things that I think Terrifier stole from this movie, okay? I'm saying Rob Zombie needs to sue.
Wow. Well, they already got one lawsuit they're dealing with right now, which I
Oh,
we
yeah,
forgot
you
to mention in
didn't
horror.
say- you
I know I
didn't
forgot to mention
mention
it in
that,
the
yeah.
horror news. Yeah.
No, Terrifier who? I'm sorry. Copycat from
Wow.
31.
Dang.
Copycat.
Okay.
Like, oh, you're the first clown with a chainsaw? I don't think so.
Fair. Steve?
But
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
no, you're good. But I guess this time around I was like, okay, I do definitely I see some things, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
I'm the same way. Like, I remember not liking it when I first saw it back in 2016. But I've like my mind has changed in movies in the past, and I'm more accepting of movies now. I feel than I used to be, and I also watch like a lot more like shit, like actual shit. So maybe I thought maybe this movie has a shot. Like I like Lords of Salem better the last time I watched it than the first time I watched it. No, this one's still bad. It's bad on so many levels. The Pancho's character, his name's actually Shithead, which is stupid. And he's a Nazi character, which was unnecessary. But what made it even worse is it's like they went to Pancho like, okay, you're gonna be this Nazi character. Do you speak German? No, I don't. Do you speak anything else other than English? I speak Spanish. That'll do. People are idiots. They're not gonna know the difference, So why do you have this stupid Spanish speaking like little person being a Nazi? It makes no friggin' sense. He wasn't terrifying. It wasn't like interesting. I don't know. I just didn't like that character, and I like him. He's a good actor in other stuff, but in this, oh my god, that character was just cringy. Like I just couldn't with that character. Then you have the two like psycho clowns after that. Like that battle that they have when they're like caged in and they're just basically chainsawing, and the other people have like pipes and they're just like blocking chainsaws basically for like 5 minutes. I didn't know what the hell was going on. There are freeze frames. The camera is like so shaky. I don't know who's who anymore. It's just badly made. It was stupid. It was too fast, but the freeze frames were so random. It's like they just freeze framed any part, and okay, that'll do. It's just oh god, that whole part was dumb. I didn't like any of the hero characters, I guess, quote unquote, which is always a problem. If I don't care about the hero characters, then I don't care what happens to them. Sherry Moon, God love her, but she's just not a great actress other than Baby. I love her as Baby, not in Three from Hell, but in the other two movies, she's a great Baby, but she's always that character, other than the Munsters, which I also didn't love her performance.
And Lords of
there.
Salem, she was pretty good in Lords.
Yeah,
Lords of
she's
Salem might
pretty
have been
good in
her
Lords of
best
Salem.
acting performance outside of Baby.
Mhm.
But I think I was saying to Sam, I think this is her worst performance.
I don't know. Halloween 2 was pretty
Eh.
bad.
What?
He's
Come
not in it
on.
as much though.
No,
Like,
that's always there's that. Yeah, it's just, and then you have the two like sex slave. I guess you said they're Swedish. I thought they were German too, just because it was Rob Zombie. But it was just dumb. The whole movie is just so dumb, and the aristocrat stuff didn't work for me. it was just so like random how they would show up every once in a while and do bets, but there's no real like story progression with them. There's
Right.
no resolution to it. There's nothing interesting that happens with them. It's just them every once in a while pop up and like, oh, let's change the odds, and oh, we should pick someone else to go after them. And then at the end, they literally just like, okay, fuck it, we're done. Take off their
Yep.
like aristocrat clothes and leave. And the end. There's nothing. There's no character arc at all with those characters. So it made no fucking sense. This whole thing, there's like no stakes to it. It's just who cares? And the ending, I agree with Joe. I think Doomhead is the best of the villains. He actually makes almost like an effective Joker type character. He was interesting every time he was on screen, but the ending was so dumb. I mean, he basically monologues so long that the time runs out. That's how the contest ends. And
Yeah.
and then you have like the whole ending because of course Sherry Moon's gonna win. It's a Rob Zombie film. And then you just have this like other kind of ending. It's just the whole thing was
Do you
it's just
think Sherry Moon wins though? Because like he
well,
comes
she
back
wins the
No.
contest. She wins the
right?
contest.
She wins the contest,
does she?
but-
Yeah, but she's gonna get
No,
killed anyway by
she
Doomhead
does win the
at
contest,
end,
but yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you had that other ending, which was just, ugh, I don't know.
Yeah. This makes me think of several things I kind of want to discuss here, but the aristocrats especially, like I don't think there needs to be a backstory with them per se. But like, are we to think it's just the three of them placing bets together? But then they have this whole gang of people, obviously, that are helping them. So are we to think that maybe there's like cameras in there and it's sort of like a dark web type situation where they have people gambling over computers, but you never see that? You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you guys think? You think it's just the three of them, like, or do you think there's sort of this whole network that we're not aware of that Zombie didn't explore?
I feel like there's probably at least like 20 other people that we just don't see.
Yeah.
And I also wonder if because there's no progression of their story is because literally they're like they have all the money in the world, right? And they're so bored with their lives that now they started this to get some kind of excitement. But I feel like the way that I took it was that they do this every year and that
Mhm.
it honestly is boring to them. It's just the last thing that caused them excitement. So that's why I wasn't really like demanding too much from why or where are they going. I was just like, oh, like they're unhappy with this now. Like it's always, like just like you're always on the search for something, but then you get bored of it. So good.
Mhm. Mhm. And then my other thought is with this ending is, wouldn't Doomhead know how much time is fucking left? And like instead of monologuing, wouldn't he just go and kill her? Like, you know what I mean? You would think like he knows, like they told him, whatever, you got like
They
4
did
hours
tell
left.
him.
Right. They told him before he went in that he had like 4 hours or whatever to do it. So at that point, when he realized like, oh, like there's fucking like 10 minutes left or whatever, and I gotta kill this woman before I do like this 10-minute monologue that I run out of time to kill her when you have her dead to rights, it was just stupid.
I mean,
And then-
maybe he gets bored of it too, where like he could have killed her if he wanted to, and maybe
He's getting
I don't
paid.
know.
He seems to be getting paid a hefty sum, and I assume he's not going to get paid as much.
right. And
because-
so I think that's why
right?
he pops up later.
Right. And I'm assuming because then they're like, someone won. Well, what are we going to do with her? And Malcolm McDowell's like,
Exactly.
we'll figure it out. And he just sends her to kill her anyway.
Because
So
no
you
one
can't-
really wins.
You can't win this game, clearly. But man, what I really hated, honestly, was that like her clenching her fists to be like this badass final girl, where the entire movie she's really never like a badass character, and to like sort of throw that in at the end, like it was just so like not believable to me at all. It was really more cringe than coming off as like, oh, like she's this badass. They should have made her more of a badass throughout the entire movie, and it would have made sense.
So that's interesting that you say that because I was going to bring up the point that I always thought it was his fist.
Oh no,
Like-
it's her clenching her fist at the end because he busts out the knives.
Well, I always
Yeah.
assumed it was him clenching his fist
Mhm.
because like he's about to like go unhinged on this
Mhm.
woman and then he grabs his knife. So I always took it as him clenching his fist. And I was going to say, like, that part always makes my stomach sick because you really think she has a chance to get away. But then, just like men, y'all get crazy on us. Like,
Mhm.
he's literally like, I'm about to unleash this crazy beast on you right now. And so now that you're saying it's hers, but I
Mhm.
still think it's his, but that's just my thought.
I'm-
But
I
I
I'm
feel
agree.
almost
like
positive it's hers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really it looks
Yeah.
like his.
It's
'cause
her
he
little
looks-
hand. Like
It
yeah.
looks like his little angry old little abusive hand. But I will say, like, even though she was a badass, Joe, what are you
Nah.
talking about?
You
What?
think? I don't
was
think
like-
she never
she
gave me like
encouraged-
badass vibes.
I mean, she was like encouraging everyone. She was the one like
I-
trying to relax, and she was the one like never giving up. Like, yeah,
Mm.
she was frantic and stuff, but I feel
Yeah.
like, I mean, she freaking survived. Well,
Well,
she-
yeah, but she like never
so I
like
feel like it's just like it was just a show to signify like she still has a little bit of fight. Like, she's
Yeah.
not going down easy.
Sure. I mean, there were some moments I think of her doing it. I just think personally for me, I just think she needed to be a stronger character for that ending to be justified for me.
Yeah, I needed her to be more like Revenge, like that movie, like
Yeah,
Caroline Falche.
sure.
It just, I don't think any of the characters were badasses, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
no.
They all kind of like they cry a lot and they moan a lot, and
Mhm.
they don't just kind of take the situation and be like, okay, let's try to survive this thing. It's just like,
Well,
Yeah.
because
I
not
don't-
everyone's capable of handling a situation like that.
no,
That's
but
why you
it's a
gotta.
movie, right?
That's why you gotta be
So-
street smart.
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, none of them were very street smart either. It's just like,
What?
yeah, I don't know. I did not care at all for any of the protagonists in this movie. Like,
Fair.
none.
Yeah, I didn't really care if any of them survived.
Hmm.
Honestly, I think I was rooting more for Doomhead, honestly, at the end than I was like Sharon Moon.
You would say that.
But all right, is that it for 31?
I mean,
Any other thoughts?
there's not a whole lot to this movie. That's kind of the
That's
problem.
pretty basic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just felt bland to me. Like, and there's
Yeah.
some cool set moments and stuff like that. I like that they made him eat their friend. There
Yeah,
at
that
one
was
point.
cool.
I thought it was going to go kind of in that route where they're really toying with them.
Would you
But-
actually sit down and eat that shit though?
No,
Like I did
no.
not find
Some
that
people would.
certainly
The one who
believable
doesn't
some
have
people would, yeah.
street smarts would.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, it was. But I don't know. It just the whole thing kind of just felt empty to me. Like it just
Agreed.
it really felt like a bad version of Running Man. And
Hmm.
it didn't work.
All right. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it, honestly. And we still got one more movie to do, folks. So let's get into rating this one. So I looked back at my Letterboxd. I originally gave this a 2 out of 5. But I'm not gonna down because like I don't ever want to watch this movie again. And I don't like see myself like for a movie called 31, I think there should have been more Halloween vibes for sure. I don't know how, but like it just does not. This movie doesn't say Halloween to me or Halloween vibes at all, and I just think there's just like it's just I don't know. It's just this movie did not work for me. It could have been real. It had potential to be cool, and Richard Brake I think is great in it, honestly, but everything else is just so underwhelming. So I'm gonna give it. I think it's Zombie's worst movie, personally. Like I really do. After rewatching sort of all of them recently, like, and I really hated Halloween 2, but I think it was better on a rewatch, and I think it's definitely better than this movie. And I'd have to rewatch 3 from Hell. That's the only other one I think would rival as being Zombie's worst. But as of right now, I'm giving this one a 1.5. There's just nothing, not too much. Break, I think, is the best part of this, and he gets those points alone. Everything else to me is just not worth my time watching it again.
You know what's not worth my time, Joe? A 1.5. They ain't nothing but a little toot toot in the poop poo. Like what
That's
the
right.
heck? How does that even? Okay, so I do awful at rating on the lettered box scale.
Yeah.
So what would like a 1 to 10? What is that? Like a 3?
Like
that's
like
exactly a 3.
Yeah, like a 3 or 4. Yeah, because 2 is
4.
yeah, a 2 would be a 4, I guess, and then a 2.5 would be like a 5. Yeah.
Okay, my
Yeah, well,
night.
I mean, 1.5, 2. I'm teetering, but I think I gave something else a 2, and I'm like, this is probably worse than that. So it's a bad movie. It's not a good movie. There's nothing good about this, honestly, besides Break.
Okay. So what? It's 1 to 5 rating?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
If you'd like to give it out of 10, since you're a guest host right now, you can give it out of 10.
Okay, I appreciate that. That gives I can breathe a little easier with that. A one, okay, 1 to 10. All right. I'll be honest, I did not want to rewatch this movie again. Okay, there, it's on record. I did not.
So that
But I
means you
mean,
didn't like it.
some of the no, that was from what I remember, just because
All
I
right.
knew, it was like, I don't know, just because I knew the characters and I'm just like, meh. But there were some cool kills, like a lot of blood, a lot of guts, it was like gnarly, like Terrifier who? Just saying. I'm gonna have to give this one, I guess, a 5.5. And I don't
Five.
know. I don't ever need to watch it either, but will I? Probably, but not for like another 5 years.
All right. So you're at a two
Love
and
you.
a half
Love you, Rob.
letterbox. Two
Love
and a
you,
half
Rob.
letterbox score for you then.
I don't know about that. Love you, Rob.
Yeah, for me, Rob's cool, but this is also a 1.5 for me. It just, I found it bland as hell. I don't think it's as worse. I still think Three from Hell and Halloween 2 are worse than this, but
All
it is what it is. And I also have Todd's review. The Ghost of Todd
Oh.
sent us his review. He said Rob Zombie has a clear idea but doesn't know how to execute it. Everything tries to be edgy, from the killers to the victims, but they all just come out as cringy and trying too
Yeah.
hard. No
Yep.
killers are cool. No victims are likable. It's shot like a dude that's holding a camera for the first time. Awful. 1 out of 5 stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn, Todd.
Tell us how you really feel.
All right.
Seriously.
All right.
Yikes.
Well,
Well-
let's cleanse our palate a little bit here, Joe.
Well, hold on. We got to find out what our friends over at Letterboxd
Oh, that's true.
have to say about this one. 31 currently is sitting at a 2.5. Not bad.
All right.
Right where Sam's at. So the audience agrees with Sam on this one. 31 currently sitting at a 2.5 out of 5. All right. And like Steve said, let's cleanse our palates and go to our next review of the night. 1978's original Halloween, directed by John Carpenter and starring Nancy Keys, PJ Souls, Charles Cyphers, Kyle Richards, Brian Andrews, Donald Pleasance, and Jamie Lee Curtis as our final girl, Lori. Plot: 15 years after murdering his sister on Halloween night 1963, Michael Myers escapes from a mental hospital and returns to the small town of Haddonfield, Illinois to kill again. That's pretty much the movie. Michael, what's his middle name, Sam?
Oh God,
Little
Audrey.
horror trivia. Yes, very good. Michael Audrey Myers. How old is he now, Sam?
I mean, I could probably
19.
tell you it's Jason. I can't. Or the age just doesn't
Michael
make
and
sense to
Jason,
me.
both pretty old men at these points. But all right, Steve, why don't you give us a little more info or a little more plot about the original 1978 Halloween for those who maybe have never living under a
So,
rock and haven't seen it.
right. So little Michael Myers, he's a little killer, and he kills his sister Judith, and then he gets arrested and brought into a home where he stays for years and is looked over by Dr. Loomis. And then the story takes place later where there are three women and it's Halloween night and they're each going to do their own thing, but they're going to try to get together. You have two of them that are going to babysit, and you have another one who's just interested in fucking, and that's what she does. And then suddenly, Michael Myers escapes as he's about to be transferred, and Dr. Loomis kind of freaks out about it, and he chases him down to Haddonfield, where his roots are, and chases after him while Michael Myers starts killing off these poor innocent women who just want to have fun on Halloween night, which leads to a final confrontation between Laurie and Michael, and Dr. Loomis coming in at the end to maybe, we'll see, save the day. So, Halloween, 1976.
Yes. What is there to say about the original Halloween?
There's a lot. I got a lot of notes for it. More
Good.
than I did for
Oh,
31.
I'm excited to
Good,
hear.
because I'm
Steve.
excited to hear the notes. Because I mean, it is, it is the movie that is played every single Halloween. It is the ultimate Halloween movie, right? Like it brings the Halloween vibes, like 31 did not. And this movie was filmed in California, and they still made it seem like sort of fall at times. I mean, at other times maybe not, but yeah, man, it's a great slasher. Obviously, the iconic Michael Myers, creepy, never says a word, hardly see any blood, and the movie is still to this day one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Obviously, I really think Donald Pleasance makes this movie. I think if you have a lesser person or actor than Donald Pleasance, I don't know if Halloween becomes as iconic as it does. I think his character is really the heart and soul, of this movie. Obviously, Jamie Lee Curtis and the final girl and the other girls are great as well. But Donald Pleasance is really, really just so good in this movie and really makes you feel sort of the fear, like having an older adult, being sort of terrified of this man escaping, I think like adds to sort of the fear of like, wow, like this guy is an old man and he's scared, And so it really helps bring the fear into it all, and sort of the buildup of Michael Myers coming back to Haddonfield. The just so many memorable and iconic scenes as well throughout, which I'm sure we'll get into. But yeah, man, it's a yearly watch. Obviously, it's always on TV this time of the year for a good reason, and it spawned, of course, the many sequels which we have reviewed, and shockingly, we've never talked about this one. But yeah, and this is a great way sort of to kick off, I guess, our Carpenter retrospective is sort of starting with this one. Yeah, man, I mean, it's like I said, one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and for a good reason.
All right. John Carpenter's Halloween. I mean, I probably won't say as much as Steve's about to say with all those notes that he got, but I mean, it's a classic. I remember watching it for the first time while my mom was probably cleaning her house or doing laundry, and I was horrified. And I mean, although I'm not scared of Michael Myers anymore, like it still does a great job at creating suspense, creating that fear, and you don't see like a lot of I don't think you see any blood, right?
You see a little bit.
See a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you just don't, he didn't have to go crazy like Rob did in 31 to get the point across, which that's when you know you have a good movie, is when you are able to imply of what's going on. But the score is great. It literally has everything you could ever want out of a horror movie. I mean, Jamie Lee, what a queen. And Steve talking about her friend was just trying to get it in that night. Like, good for her. Good for her. We need more women in movies like that, I don't know. I don't know what else to add. It's great. What can you say about it that's not great? Maybe Steve will let us know, and he's shaking his head. He's going to give me a lot of food to think about, a lot of food for thought.
Yeah, there's some things in this movie that.
Well, tell me, because apparently I have my Michael Myers blinders on.
I'll just say before I go into some of the like notes that I wrote, because everyone's seen Halloween, or if you haven't, my God, what are you doing? We all love it. It might be when we do our favorite horror films of all time list for episode 500. It'll probably be like number one on the ultimate list. It'll probably be all in our top fives at the very least. It's that level of classic. So when I was watching it more really into the details so we could discuss some of the finer points that people may not think about when they think about Halloween, because it is obviously a classic. Score among the best ever, maybe the best ever, it's just fantastic. Not just the main Halloween theme that everyone knows, but every piece of score. Every time something happens, you have these little notes, and you can play literally like one note and almost know it's from Halloween. It's just, my God, it's good. So yeah, and also like God, I love the three women in this. Big time, lifetime crush on Nancy Keys, who plays Annie in this one. Just yeah, it's amazing. But there are a few things that I noted down for this one. Number one, is this the movie that kicked off the horror tradition of pervy little brothers walking in on their naked sisters? Because you got this, you got Funhouse, which I talked about recently when we did Hooper, where there's also what's that other one that bodacious boob sis?
Oh, Night of the Demons.
Night of Demons,
No.
So is this the movie that kicked off the pervy little brother?
No, I mean, because he didn't go in to be pervy. He went in just a straight kill, and he just happened to walk in when she was naked. So I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I don't think it was any sort of pervy, connotations there for him. He was just going in to be a killing machine.
Yeah. So interesting thing about that first scene as well. It's a continuous first person shot.
Yeah,
as
which is
Michael
phenomenal.
stalking, which
Yep.
yeah, one of the coolest things in the movie. But
Mhm.
we see the guy being on the couch making out, going upstairs. They got undressed, and he is leaving fully clothed. Did he nut in like 3
1
seconds?
minute man. Yeah, he's a 1
Like,
minute. Yeah,
Barely
literally
a minute.
1
I don't
minute,
even know
yeah.
if he made it a minute. Like he had time
1 minute man.
to go upstairs, get undressed, do the deed, get dressed again, and then leave before Michael even made it up the stairs. Like, damn,
Right.
dude, you are like
It
that
was
was
quick. It was a
very
quick one. Two
yeah.
pump chump, really. I think is what they would call
Yeah.
him.
Also, something that is interesting, which is very much like maybe a natural reaction, but I noticed that when she's getting killed, when Judith Myers is getting killed, she's more worried about covering her breasts than she is about stopping the knife that is going into her, which was an interesting thing. So, just a little observation I made here.
She wasn't getting paid enough, Steve, to show those.
Well,
visits
once she
the whole time,
dies,
I
she
guess.
she's fully loose. So I don't know.
Right.
I
Have you met her, that actress? And she's done some cons recently.
No, she's actually pretty much the only one I haven't met.
Really? No, do you have a signature from her or anything?
No, and I've almost everyone else on the cast. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis. I've almost everyone else that I met, but not
one
not
to
that
add
one.
then.
Yeah, one to add. It's probably the only one I think I can add at this point that's
Yeah.
still alive.
Mhm.
So, yeah. I love Michael just casually driving around. I think that is the coolest thing that he just like drives around town all day.
How do you
Like,
learn
he
to
just-
drive though?
Unknown. He just
Driving's easy.
All right.
Yeah, but he's driving
but he's
like
been in
obeying
since
the
he was a
rules
kid.
and like yeah. Yeah.
Be like a 7-year-old kid driving for the first time. Like that's his like mindset, right? When he went into the mental institution there.
Right. Yeah, and I love the whole visual of when Loomis pulls up with the nurse and there's just like people like
that's
in
one
the
of my
fields and
favorite
everything.
scenes. Yeah,
God, that's
for
cool.
sure. I love
Yeah.
that scene.
And someone else pointed this out. I don't remember if it was in a Discord or a TikTok or something. Has there ever been a successful Michael Myers transfer? Like, why are we transferring this guy? He's always escaping. It's kind of wild. Okay, this is a big issue. It's a little later in the film. I'm curious what you guys think about it. Why is the boyfriend, which is PJ Soul's boyfriend, talking about ripping Lindsay's clothes off? It is such a weird fucking line to put in this movie.
I don't remember that.
What's the
what's
context?
So
What'd he
the
say?
context is he's going up with PJ Souls, and he says, "I'm gonna rip my clothes off, then I'm gonna rip your clothes off, and then I'm gonna rip Lindsay's clothes off."
Well, that's weird.
It's
I don't
super
recall that
fucking
line.
weird and so cringy of a line. I don't understand why the fuck
He's
it's
probably.
in.
I'm assuming he'd just be trying to be stupid and make her laugh.
Maybe, but
it's
the carpenter
yeah,
had to write that fucking line in.
right.
It's
Hmm.
weird. She's like what, like 6, maybe 8 at the most.
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
Maybe he
yeah.
meant to say someone else, but then he
No, he
got
straight
the
up said
character.
no because she even reacts to it. She's like,
Mhm.
"Ew."
Oh, do you have Kyle Richards, Steve?
I do, yeah.
You do
I
have Kyle
have
Richards?
Kyle
Okay.
and Brian Williams. Is that what his
Yeah,
name is?
it's
Yeah.
little Tommy.
Little
Yep.
Tommy, yeah.
hmm Nice.
Not on my poster, unfortunately.
Hmm.
I have it separately, but
Gotcha.
yeah. So that was a note that I'm like, that's a little
Weird.
weird. I find the movie lacks a little bit of Halloween spirit. If you look, there aren't a lot of decorations in Haddonfield. Like people aren't
Fair.
really. There are
There's a lot of little
pumpkins,
pumpkins,
here
yeah.
and there, but
Mhm.
that's really it. Like I don't know, it was kind of disappointing. And people are like trick or treating at like 4 p.m. or like 3 p.m. You know, because when
Yeah.
Annie is walking around with the pumpkin, going to the to babysit, there's already people
Mhm.
trick or treating. I'm like,
Yes. I mean, I used to start trick or treating when it was still daytime, but not that
Yeah.
early. Like maybe like right before
Like
the
5
sun
or
was
6.
setting. Yeah. But
Yeah.
there's trick or treating for me definitely started with the sun still up. So I guess it just
Yeah.
depends on the date, the time of
it
day.
still does here too. Like the
Yeah.
little kids tend to go,
Mhm.
maybe, but I'd say more like 6 p.m. Like
Yeah.
6:30.
Well, did they know that there was a killer that it escaped? Maybe they were
Not
like,
yet.
No one
go
knew.
early.
Because
No one knew.
Loomis, who apparently has control over the cops in the whole movie, which is the weirdest thing because
Steve.
he's basically told the cops, "Don't tell anyone
Hmm.
that this is happening, or it's gonna like create chaos."
Right.
But the whole time, if you watch it, he's like straight up just telling the cops what to do.
What to do?
Like
Yeah.
who is Loomis? You know, that he's got like
It's
Literally
'cause he
just
went
a
to college.
psychiatrist.
yeah, I know, but like, do you think cops will listen to the local psychiatrist about what to do when a serial
Yeah,
killer?
if he knows
comes
how to
down?
use like his skill on human behavior.
Right. Sam, I'm glad you're on this episode for this question. So you are babysitting a kid at someone else's house, at their house.
Mm-hmm.
You drop a little something on your shirt. Do you get naked immediately and then put the stuff in the wash and just wear like random clothes from that house?
I mean, it depends. If I babysit for them on the regular, depends if I have a date with a guy that I really like. It depends if I have plans. But I would probably no, because I would be like, they probably got cameras in the house and the husband's probably spying on
But
me.
if this was in the 70s, there were definitely no cameras in the house back then.
I mean, maybe because I feel like maybe there could be a good chance.
It's just weird. Like immediately shirt off, pants off. Like I don't even know if she spilled anything on her pants. I don't know why she took her
She's a
pants off.
free spirit.
She is, and she, amazing. But like, still, it's just a weird thing to me. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, you gotta have the sex appeal in there. That's
Is this the only movie that Myers kills an animal too? Of course, because he does kill the
He does-
dog
he kills
in
Lester,
this one.
yeah.
hmm
which I don't like. It's a good question. I don't remember him killing.
I think
any
it's
of
the
them.
only movie he does kill an animal.
Is it the only movie that he dresses up as something else as well?
No, Halloween 5. He dresses in that that Halloween mask he's driving around.
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Yep.
it's interesting that he becomes a ghost in this one.
Yes.
Also super interesting.
he want to celebrate Halloween.
Yeah. Kudos to Michael Myers who took the time to set up all those scares for my God, for what's her face for Laurie to find.
yes.
You know,
Yes,
like,
yes,
okay,
yes,
I'm
yeah.
gonna properly
Yeah, he
put
plants all the
Judith
bodies,
Myers,
yeah.
like plants the bodies, puts this tombstone in, puts a
Yeah,
little
why does
pumpkin
he
on the
do
side.
He's a haunter.
Gets the guy hanging from upside down, gets her in the closet, like in the pantry. What the hell, dude? Like,
Yeah. I also think it's out of character for him to dress as the ghost. As cool of a scene as that
Right.
is. Like, why? I don't think he would do that, right?
Like,
No,
what-
because
yeah.
I think he's playing cat and mouse with her. I think he's like,
You think he would do
I mean,
that?
he's not right in the head. That's why he like poses their bodies because he's fucked up mentally,
Mhm.
right? And then he's probably like, get you goo goo or something like
Oh.
in the sheet. Like I feel like he's literally like
You think he's
taunting
enjoying
her.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I suppose because like he's not supposed
'Cause
to
he's,
be
like,
like
stalking
supernatural.
her.
Like he
you're
doesn't-
crazy.
yeah. He like doesn't have like supernatural things
Yeah.
yet. If you're not
Yeah.
like
Well-
going, if we're just looking at the first movie,
Just
right?
get shot 6 times.
Right, exactly. Right. Which, hey, was it 50 Cent got shot, I think,
Yeah,
more
that's
than
true.
that.
9
And he
times.
lived to tell the tale, yeah. So I guess it's possible. But yeah, there was no supernatural stuff yet. So I guess like that would make sense if he's just sort of a crazed psycho patient. If we're just like taking
Yeah.
it for face value of the first movie, I guess yeah, that makes sense, Sam, that he would play like cat and mouse games. I'm just thinking of like other movies. I feel like it's out of character for him looking into sequels, but if I'm just going from this movie, I suppose, yeah,
Yeah.
I can go with that.
I also wonder what he did to Judith Meyer's body because he does dig her up,
Yes.
but you never see it. So where's that coffin? Where's her body?
Well, the coffin's at the he puts it on the bed, right?
No, it's
Isn't it?
Annie that's on the bed.
Yeah, but the Judith Myers tombstone is behind her.
The tombstone is, but the
Yes.
coffin's nowhere to be
The
seen,
bo-
and
right.
the body's nowhere to be seen.
Right.
Because
So he stole the,
yeah.
he
So
stole the
where
tombstone and
he
the
dug up the body
Huh.
because there's a hole in the ground,
Right.
And he's like, "Who used to be here?" Right?
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah, like I get why they did it because if the tombstone was just gone, maybe they just wouldn't have seen it gone.
Yeah.
It would just be like
Right.
an empty plot. But they wanted to get that visual. But yeah, somewhere Judith's body is
In
and
the station wagon, maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
Maybe,
Who knows?
perhaps.
What
Save it for
stuff
later?
in there.
Where did the station wagon come from? Do we ever find out? He just stole it.
It's,
Oh no,
yeah,
it's
in
Loomis's,
Loomis's
right?
car.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, it even has the like state worker decal on it or whatever.
Mhm. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, those are most of them. It's all like nitpicks, right? It's all like these little
Mm-hmm.
things that happen in the movie. It's just like, okay, that's interesting. That's
Mhm.
I like that we get him like the kids watching the Thing from Another World,
Mhm.
and then he would later remake the Thing. I think that's an
Yes.
interesting. I don't know if he
That
knew.
is fun.
I wonder if he knew. Like that was
I don't
like a
think so.
project he had in his mind, or that's just something that's just
It might have been a project he had in his mind. I'm sure he loved the movie, right? I mean, but it took 10 years, right? 9 years until he actually made the movie after.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's,
I was
yeah,
also
that is
surprised at
interesting.
the amount of times we see him with his mask off. Like we see him a few times with his mask off in his. We see him on top of the car. Like when he's about to steal it.
Yeah.
She also.
But you
like,
really
straight
only
up
get the
rips
one actual close up shot of his face, though, right?
Yeah,
Like when the
well,
mask
when
does
she
come
rips
off.
it, yeah. Which
played
is
by
like, so a lot of
Tony
people
Curran.
think that you never see him, but you do in the first movie. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's obviously like disfigured.
but not not
not-
crazily,
right.
But then he never is. Like, well, maybe,
Right.
yeah. He
But
is
he's
a little bit
how does
later.
he get disfigured? Because when you see him as a kid, he's not
He's not,
disfigured
yeah.
at all.
It's something that happened in
Right.
Well, why did I think
Well-
he was burned?
No, not burned.
It's not like a burn scar.
He gets burned in the second movie, right? Is that
Yeah.
yeah. But in the first movie, he's not burned.
I mean, maybe he got in a fight at the.
Yeah, but like it looks like
Facility.
but it looks like a birth defect disfigurement, right?
Which,
like,
which
yeah.
he doesn't have at
Have
all.
I
as a
even
kid.
watched this movie?
but it's not. He's not disfigured when as a kid. So that
No.
is kind of like not. It's
Maybe
kinda
he did
weird.
it to himself.
But he almost looks like sloth. Like it's
He
like
does,
a
yeah,
weird,
right.
yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like a weird disfigurement type looking thing. And I'm like, I feel like that's might have been a continuity error. Like I feel like he probably should have been disfigured as a kid too, if you're gonna go with that sort of look for him, with unmasked version. But
Well, maybe it's just to signify, like, oh, he was such a cute, happy kid, but then he did this, and now, like, you really got to know that he's just,
yeah,
you
yeah. I
know?
mean, it's like I want to know like what's the backstory? Like how did he
Like,
get disfigured? And, like
yeah, like it
like
messed
that.
him up so much
Mhm.
that
yeah, maybe he did to himself. I guess like he's
Maybe.
fucked up. Like yeah, like
I think he did it to himself.
It's
Okay.
possible. Yeah. And speaking of his time at the asylum, right? Is
Mhm.
Loomis the worst doctor ever for just giving up on him? Like he says, like I tried for the first 6 years, and after
Right.
that, I just thought he was pure evil. Like, can you imagine a doctor doing that to someone? Like, I tried, didn't work out. You're fucking evil. Just you should be rotting in hell for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's called the mental health industry, Steve.
Yeah, but they always
Doctors do that all the time.
do. They, in my experience, like my mom worked at one. They tried.
Well, not
they-
everyone's an angel like your mom.
You know, they really. She has some great stories. I need to maybe have her on one day, but
mm,
You should, yeah.
not English. English isn't her first language, so she's like shy about it.
yeah.
Aw.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. Like I feel like he just gave up. You know, it's just
I mean, but if you tried for 6 years, I think you do know if someone is pure evil, like,
Do you give
right?
up on that? Do
Yeah,
you
but
give
he-
up on
Not
that?
give up, but you know that you can't let this person back out in
Yeah.
society, so they
yeah.
have to
I'm not
they
saying
have
let
to
him
live
out,
their
but don't give
days
up.
just
You
Yeah.
know?
well, I mean, it's
It's probably
6 years,
it's
guys.
exhausting. Yeah, 6 years of your life and you're not getting 1 ounce of. I mean,
Right.
I
Of
think
progress.
I actually think Rob Zombie's version like showed that, like
Mhm.
obviously which you don't get in this one.
Right.
Um, but it showed sort of the tireless like efforts that Loomis went through. Um, so yeah, I mean, I could see like after 6 years of just not having the kid say one word to you that you're just like, I've tried everything, and it's like, what more can I do?
Mhm.
And
So
maybe like a
I
different
can
doctor took his
I can
case.
understand it. Yeah, yeah. I
Mhm.
don't think they completely abandoned him. I just think Loomis was like, someone else can try. Like I did all I think I could do.
Yeah. I love the shots of Michael, like just in the shadows. Like you
Yeah.
see it a few times, and it's so fucking effective. And that
Mhm.
mask, which is crazy when you think about how it was created, just
Mm-hmm.
basically you see a William Shatner mask that they bleached and changed the hair. It's just like it's so effective. And I still think this is the best mask in the series. Like I hate
Yeah.
when the holes get too big, like later
Hmm.
on, and yeah, this movie's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The mask never gets better. I don't understand why they change it so much. I really don't. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. What do you think's the second best mask? Probably the Halloween like kills or the Halloween
Yeah,
2018
I
maybe
liked the
mask?
mask in 2018.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Mm-hmm.
really good. Like they did a good
Mm-hmm.
recreation without being exactly the
Yeah.
same. It's like
Mm-hmm. That probably is the second best mask. Halloween 2 mask I kind of
I
like
know. I was
too.
like, I like Halloween 2 mask.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then it progressed with like
it,
4.
it got worse and worse. Like
Yeah,
until
5 and 6 and
even
H2O are
H2O. Yeah,
probably the
like
worst. Yeah, Resurrection's pretty bad too. Yeah, that was a weird period. They just like were really, really bad. I think the Rob Zombie ones are solid though. Like
yeah,
they
no, I
make
agree.
sense for
That
the
if there's
series.
something that's
Yeah.
good about
Mhm.
them is that
Yeah.
he looked
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this movie, I mean, like you guys said, it's such a classic. I watch it every year.
Yeah, I mean, like him, obviously, like so many iconic scenes, obviously, and Jamie Lee, of course, what she went on to become, and
Mhm.
it,
Did you hear a
I'm
recent
glad she's
interview with
come
it?
back. I'm glad she's come back, like, and sort of embraced it, because she shied away from it for something. No, what'd she
Yeah,
say?
just recently in an interview, she said that she had just been fired from an acting job, like right
Mm-hmm.
before, and then this unknown director making a low budget horror movie like approached her and was like, "Hey, you want to do this?" And she said, had she not just been fired, there's no way
Mm-hmm.
she would have accepted this role.
Yeah.
Because in her mind, even though she wasn't an established actor, obviously she's from acting royalty, right? So she figured she'll get a career either way. But because she had just gotten fired, it she decided to take a risk on it. And my God,
Mm-hmm.
look what happened. So it's crazy to think. And also sad that Nancy Keys really didn't go on to act much. She did The Fog after
Yeah.
this, and she made appearances in a couple things, but yeah, she completely like left acting, and
Mm-hmm.
that was a shame because she was amazingly hot, but also
Hmm.
I love her character. Like she's probably the most fun character I think in this one. Like I love when she's on
Not
screen.
PJ. I mean, PJ is
I
sort of the
don't like
fun one. You
PJ.
don't like PJ in
I
this
even wrote
one?
that in my notes.
Huh.
Like Linda is not. I never liked Linda. I don't know what
No.
it is. She's too like bubbly, and I don't know. I just
Hmm.
don't. I don't like her character in this.
Who's your favorite, Sam?
I mean,
Probably Jamie, right, Lori?
Jamie, yeah. And then I always liked, PJ's character, but
PJ.
but with Steve talking about like her, I feel like she is like a good character. Like maybe PJ's character is more like flat, I guess.
Yeah, and
Yeah. I
I'm
think.
of course talking
Because we
about
know
the characters,
more.
not the actors, because they're all
Oh,
really
yes,
super
sorry.
fucking cool.
Well,
But yeah.
obviously, yeah.
Mhm.
But because we know like her dad is the sheriff, like maybe we just know a little bit more about her. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Mhm.
Who's your favorite?
Ooh, I never really thought about it. I would probably. I mean, I think everyone obviously would say Lori, but out of the other two, I think I like PJ's better personally.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I just think she's a little more sort of fun, whereas like Annie's more straight laced. Like I just felt like she's more.
You think
She's
Annie's straight laced?
No, seriously.
more straight laced. I
Smoking
mean, if she's
pot,
smoking
she's
the
like-
weed.
I know. I was
Yeah.
like, she's
Yeah.
a wild.
No, she's
Trying to get
child.
Lori
Yeah.
hooked up.
right.
Yeah.
She ain't as wild as PJ. The PJ, I feel like PJ's
What?
character's a little more
PJ ain't wild. She's just sleeping with her boyfriend she's been
Yeah,
going steady with
and-
for 2 years and drinking a Bud
Huh.
Light.
So was Annie had she not been killed. She was like she dropped off the kid so she could go get some. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think all three characters are great, though. I don't have an issue with any of them, honestly.
No,
I think they're all
it's a great
good.
cast
Yeah.
for sure. I'm just saying, like preference wise,
Yeah,
Like, if I were
preference-wise,
that-
I'd probably say PJ, I guess, but
yeah.
I would
Yeah.
be more like Lori though. I'd be
Yeah,
like, I
and-
gotta go do my schoolwork. Don't tell the boy I like him. I'm not
Yeah.
going out to the party.
yeah, they're all. I've met all three of them in person, and they were all great. Like I
agree. All three of them were really great.
extremely nice.
Charles
You've
Cypher's
met
also super
Jamie,
nice.
Steven?
No, it's the only one I haven't. No,
Oh,
I know
okay.
that's right. I thought I
I
was
was
thinking
like-
of someone else at the third, but
I was like, whoa. I was
No.
like, tell me that story.
I had her autograph, but not. I never actually met her.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
never
who I
know.
haven't met because I met Charles Cyphers.
Yeah.
I met Kyle Richards. I've never met,
No, right.
obviously.
Did you met Brian
I-
Williams? Was it Tommy?
No, I haven't met Tommy Doyle. I've seen Sandy Johnson at quite a few cons, but I've actually never like went to
Oh,
a
really?
table.
But what
Yeah.
about Will Sandin?
He is
Little Michael.
Lil Michael. No, I've also seen him at cons, but I just never pulled the trigger. But I think Sandy Johnson would be the next one. If she were to do another con, I'd probably go and meet her and get her to
Did she
sign.
do something else? She did something else, right? That was.
Did
pretty
she?
big. I feel like she was in something else that.
I feel like she was. I can see it, but
Yeah. No. I. How many of the Michaels did you meet? How about that?
Oh,
Of the original, because didn't like 7 people play Michael?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I mean, I've met Nick Castle, I've met Tony Moran, so I met both from this movie.
Did you meet
And Tommy Lee
Wallace?
and Tommy Lee Wallace. Yep, who was Closet Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Bust through the closet, which is another iconic scene, obviously.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, I've met Dick Warlock.
Nice.
Halloween 2.
you
Halloween
met
3.
Tyler.
I've met Tyler Maine, Rob Zombie's Halloweens. Yep.
Did you meet the one we interviewed?
Yes, Douglas Tate.
Douglas
Yep.
Tate. Yeah.
Who was I've met James Jude Courtney, of course, from
Yeah, me too. I
the
checked
new
in next to him at
Halloweens.
the
Yeah.
hotel in Texas.
Yeah, I've met a lot of them. Yeah, pretty much all of them. Besides, we had the opportunity to meet Halloween Resurrection Michael Myers, but we didn't end up going. He was signing at Silver Moon Comics
really?
down the street. We didn't end up making it to it, but I'm sure another opportunity will arise from him. We actually had. I've talked to H2O Michael Myers, which actually we could probably get him on the show, honestly.
We got to.
We did an auction when I did meet Jamie Lee Curtis, the kid I went with. We did. He got an extra picture signed, and we ended up doing an auction. We auctioned that picture off for Children's Hospital. Back when I was like doing the Joe's House of Horror stuff, and we had him announce the winner.
Oh, nice.
For that H2O Michael Myers. So yeah, I think I've met like 7 of them or something, like a lot of the Michaels. Yeah, Sam as well.
And
I actually
John
had
Carpenter,
Tyler.
technically,
Yeah, and we met John Carpenter, of course,
who was
the
also
icon.
a Michael for
Yep.
one scene, I think.
Yep. Sam actually asked John Carpenter a question at a con. She asked him what people thought of him being a sex symbol, of Michael Myers being a
Like-
sex symbol.
Like what he thought. He didn't care.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah,
I said
he-
you're
It's John
like,
Carpenter. He
don't
doesn't
take
care
it
about
personally.
anything.
Like these are just jobs for these people. As
I
much
think he
as,
laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he
it's-
thought it was
it's-
funny.
As much as we want to think
Mm.
that they care as much as we do, like these are just jobs for them.
Right. Yeah. At the end of the day, it is. It's
Mhm.
we care more about the movies, I think, than the filmmakers do, honestly.
Yeah.
But do we name Lonnie because of this movie? Is that where the character name came from of Lonnie?
I
Because
don't know.
Lonnie is the bully in
Todd's
this
the
movie.
one that named him. So.
Lonnie.
We'll have to ask Todd. I will say all the movies in my movie are named after horror movie characters. So yeah. So
Oh,
actually, Laurie, one of my characters is named Laurie after, of course, Laurie Strode. So
My movie only has one character. So
Yeah.
yes.
Steve.
But all right, before we rate favorite scene, there's so many iconic ones. Is there one
Favorite
in particular that sticks out to you the most?
Yeah, I got one.
right.
The first scene, the continuous
Yeah.
3-minute shot of young Michael going from the
Stalking.
front to up to killing Judith to back down with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
It's so brilliant. It's an amazing way to start the movie. The score during that scene is incredible, and it just like I love every second of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the closet scene is super
Closet scene, yeah.
iconic. Like, yeah,
It's very
like,
cool.
It's like horrifying. You have like Laurie has no place to go.
Mm-hmm. The lighting in that is fantastic as well, and it's so simple. It's literally just one light,
Mhm.
like sort of like dangling, and it's just great. It's just such a good. I mean, Carpenter's camera work in this is just so phenomenal as well. I mean, for a first-time director, to pull this off is extremely impressive.
My only issue with that scene is she stabs him with a clothes hanger.
Yeah,
Which, like, you know how much
You're
force it would
desperate,
take
Steve.
to, like, yeah, I know. I'm not saying, like, it's bad. It's just, it comes off a little hokey that
Yeah.
like, injures
But
him
you
to
don't know the
level that it
strength of a
does.
woman when they're petrified.
Yeah, I don't know. Clothes hanger.
Uh-huh.
I
The
personally,
wire old ones.
Like, he got shot 6 times and walked it off, basically. But the clothes hanger, like, pretty much
because he was
disables
prepared
him.
for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe.
man, there's so many great scenes. It's one that really sticks out to me is when she thinks he's defeated and the way he just sort of gets up like an Undertaker type style, and looks over,
In the
and
living
then
room, yeah.
it just follows like from Laurie's like behind, and you sort of see him coming closer and closer, and the music is so damn effective. And then of course the sheets scene where she sees Michael like with the sheets all blowing in the wind is another really, really cool sort of imagery scene.
Which is where Undertaker got inspiration for his character.
Did it? All
was
right, yeah.
Halloween.
That's
so-
awesome.
Oh, really?
That's
Mhm.
excellent.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what he said in interviews.
Very cool.
Wow.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think we've pretty much laid it all down. I mean, what's like we said, what's there more to say? Then, Loomis comes in, shoots him 6 times, falls out the window. He's not there anymore, and the rest is history. We have 13 Halloween movies after that, or 12 Halloween movies, a video game coming, and merchandising up the ass, a pinball machine. I mean, the story is, goes on and on. 40, 50 years later, and this movie is still as relevant today as it was when it first came out, if not more. So let's get into rating it. I'm not gonna say anything. 5 out of 5. It is one of the best horror movies of all time, and for good reason.
All right. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10.
5 out of 5.
Perfect pacing,
Yeah, the movie never really has a
No,
dull
it's
moment.
never boring.
You're right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also 5 out of 5. Obviously, it will be in my top 10 of all time. Spoiler alert. Where
For
in my
sure.
top 10? That's the TBD, but absolutely in my top 10. And Todd, sometimes movies just cast something perfectly, and this is it. The shape is a true menace. The atmosphere is fantastic, and it's just Halloween. 5 out of 5. So
One of the coolest posters of all time, too. I would
which
say
we have a design of for
right. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so cool that we made a design of it, and it's still my favorite design I think we've ever done.
until today's episode.
Oh yes,
We'll see.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and a great tagline: "The night he came home." Also, a fantastic timeline for this. What do our friends over at Letterboxd say? What the hell are you doing, Letterboxd? 3.8 out of 5. Why so low?
3.8 out of 5.
Yeah, that needs to be higher. That's under an 8. That's like a 7.8 out of 10 right there. That's not good
Probably
enough.
because it's all the young people. They don't
I
get
will-
it.
They don't
Oh.
get it. That's right.
So I will
They
say
don't get it.
every single one of my friends have it a 5 that I follow. Besides our killer Lonnie.
No.
Cody with a 4.5 out of 5. Come on, Cody.
God damn it, Cody.
What are you doing?
Bonnie's like, I'll show you a serial
Recast.
killer, guys.
Come on, Cody. We need you to bump that up to a 5, all right? But, all right. That's going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen, for our Halloween Spooktacular episode. Damn, this episode went very long, too. But it's Halloween, right? It's Halloween Spooktacular. I think that's probably always one of our longest episodes of the entire year, and for good reason, because it is the best day of the year, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you have or had an amazing Halloween and Halloween season. Don't be sad that it's over, because Halloween, lives in all of our horror hearts, I think, throughout the year. So find other ways to celebrate Halloween for that post-Halloween depression syndrome you may experience. Go out, watch some Halloween movies throughout the year, or go out and do some fun horror stuff that you might have in your areas, or go see some horror movies when they come out to keep that spirit alive throughout the entire year. But of course, be safe, practice your Halloween responsibly as well. For those of you that decide to go out and drink or whatever, make sure you call an Uber. Do not get behind the wheel. Enjoy your Halloween responsibly. And for you parents, check your kids' candy, of course, because there's a lot of crazies out there these days and you can't trust anybody. But yeah, so once again, happy Halloween, everyone. Steve, what are we doing next week?
We are going from one classic slasher to another. This one a little bit more underground, but it got a new release this year, and we are going to watch 2025's Toxic Avenger, as picked by Joe. So there we go. That's what we're doing next week.
Yes, I'm very excited. I have not watched it yet. Highly anticipated, honestly, for me. I mean, the original Toxie is great, and I can't wait to see what they do with this one. With Peter Dinklage, of course, and what the fuck's his name there? Frodo
Elijah
Baggins.
Wood.
Elijah Wood, yeah. Elijah, yeah. So I'm really excited to see what this is, what they did with it. And
Have you seen it, Steve?
Nope. But I was going to
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it anyway, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll see. Yeah. Well, can they do our good friend Uncle Lloyd Kaufman's film justice and bring us another good Toxic Avenger movie? We shall see. Which Uncle Lloyd's going to be at Monster Mania in a few weeks, so maybe I'll get a new Toxie poster signed by him if I'm loving it. But all right, that's good. Once again, gonna wrap it up. Sam, I'll give you the last word before I do the outro. Since you are the queen of Halloween, would you like to say anything to our listeners about Halloween before we let them go?
We're all queens of Halloween as I'm breaking my crown, tossing it out to the audience. Enjoy your guys' Halloween. That's all. That's all.
All right.
Halloween people know, Joe. They don't need you to tell them how to celebrate Halloween all year.
You're right. You're so right. That is so true.
That is so
Thank you.
true.
All right. I was trying to think. Is it Mean Girls where like they break the pieces and start handing it off to everyone? Is
Yeah.
that where that reference
Yeah.
is? Okay.
Which is a Halloween
nice.
movie, by the way.
Yeah, there is a great Halloween party scene for sure in that movie. All right. Once again, one last time, happy Halloween, everyone. In the meantime, you can keep up with the podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Just search the Horror Squad Podcast. You can email us anytime, the Horror Squad Podcast at gmail.com. But the absolute best way to keep up with the podcast is our Discord, totally and completely free to join. It's linked over on our Instagram, or you can send us an email or a DM. Movie Club over there, hosted every single month by Steve. Next month, Thanksgiving themed, which should be very, very cool and fun. And yeah, so join us over there. A ton of like-minded horror minds and fellow listeners, and Todd, Steve, and I and Sam are all over there as well. Also, don't forget tpublic.com for merch, including our brand new release, which comes out tomorrow, November 1st. If you are a Christmas horror fan, you are not going to want to miss. You are not going to want to miss this drop. It is a must-buy, I would say, to wear during spooky horror Christmas season. So go out and join or go and buy it on our TeePublic. There'll be a ton of options: hats, t-shirts, pillows, coffee mugs, everything over there. Yeah, and don't forget, leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app if you haven't already. And yeah, I think that's about it. If I'm missing anything, I apologize.
And Halloween happy Thank you so much,
Yes.
Sam, for coming back on the episode. Hopefully, we don't just see you in October.
Thanks, Steve.
I'd love to have you back, anytime that you feel like it. Always
Yes.
open invite forever because you are the
Well,
best.
when you do that Jordan Peele retrospective, you just call
Yeah.
me.
We've already done it. We've reviewed all of his movies.
Do it again.
But yes, once again, thank you to Sam, of course, from Halloween Happy. Where can the folks follow you, Sam?
You can follow me on Instagram at Halloween Happy, and you can check out my Patreon if you would like. You can also watch older videos on YouTube, maybe some new ones coming up. Who knows? Who knows if I feel a little crazy?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah,
But
if you want
thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah. Sam is the best way to get your Halloween fill throughout the year as well by following her pages and her content as well. So go and follow Sam. And Sam, yeah, hopefully we will hear you again on the show relatively
Perhaps.
soon. Totally up to you, of course. But thank you once again to Sam. Next week we should be back with Todd. So we'll have full horror squad again next week for you. But we'll see you then. Once again.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Halloween!
Woo! Oh.